welcome one and all to episodes 22 of Epsilon Sun, where I am joined with an amazing cast of players that continually show up week on week to play this game with me, so they must be enjoying it. We'll have a very special treat for you guys with the recap today, but first let's introduce ourselves. We have Aurora, our fighter cleric.
Hello.
Our Karik, our resident Starcaller Druid Tortle.
Hello.
Lokar, Mr. Punchy, I'm not angry.
Hey, I'm not angry.
Magrim, our Bardic Wizard for now.
Hey, you finally awake.
No, please, no. And Nissa, who is now reunited with Mr. Stinky for this episode. Hello.
Hello, my
Hello.
precious.
My precious. Hello, Petal. Well,
Petal.
without further ado, let us dive into our recap provided by none other than our resident wizard Magrim. Take it away.
Alright, so a request from the great Aurora, a plea to rescue her family. With courage aflame, the party agreed to face the unknown, to honor the creed. Aurora saved an elf in the thick of strife. Grateful he thanked her for saving his life. Nissa questioned him, her eyes full of fire, about Sylvan, a killer for hire. Through broken homes and whispers deep, in undergirst we found our sleep. With laughter, with tears, and the fears we face, together we'll forge our tales. Magrim's meal warmed hearts anew, as Aurora's bond to Silver Song grew. A giant's forge, ancient might, parental legend passed down in her sight. But Lokar's nightmares, terrible and grim, echoed the orders of his commander's whim to loot the temple for treasure so bright, haunted his dreams, a relentless fight. Through broken homes and whispers deep, in undergirst we found our sleep. With laughter, with tears, and the fears we face, together we'll forge our tales. Sheriff Gardel came with summons to share. From Mayor Chandel, a call laid bare. To the estate we'll journey, with question to ask, we'll hurry. In dreams, Lokar was trapped in despair. His nightmare revealed the temple's terror. Aurora's touch eased his pain, but the horrors of war still remain. Through broken homes and whispers deep, in undergirst we found our sleep. With laughter, with tears, and the fears we face, together we'll forge our tales. The weasel's work spoke of souls, yet Nissa's tongue was sharper. She told her patron, and I quote, to shove his souls up his abyss. As the rest was found, the night grew still. Nissa asked with certain will. Magrim spoke of softness and grace. Words from their hearts have found their peace. Through broken homes and whispers deep, in undergirst we found our sleep. With laughter, with tears, and the fears we face, together we'll forge our tales.
Woo!
Nice.
That was
Very
amazing.
good. Very good.
Microphone doesn't take the clapping in, I think.
No, but
Fucking hell.
No,
That-
I don't know how it does it, but no other sound comes through.
I feel like Mag deserves inspiration forever.
Well, look forward to seeing the text come through. Thank you so much. I will check that later. Yes, in inspiration to you, a good sir, for today.
Inspiration, even.
Well, for now, it is the highest of inspirations, the DM's inspiration. So, regardless of whatever D&D you might call it, it's mine to give and mine to name.
Okay, Matt Mercer.
Hopefully, let's just. I think I've got a bit of a duplicate music thing going on. Just trying to resolve things with the stream after changing things over. But yes, indeed, you found your sleep in Undergirst. A night of dreams and terrors for some. Some in their minds, some literally in front of them. Luckily, with the shack that you found your slumber in, seemed to be abandoned by a family who had long since departed in haste. And despite the damage caused within, for one way or another, a door now off its hinges, a stove now completely destroyed, a new friend joining with their so-called leader. Collectively, you decide, not for lack of daylight, that your sleeping has come to an end for this night. Your individual instances of your corruption for those that are afflicted transforms as you sleep. But the stillness of the sorrows is slightly unnerving. For some, their usual routine before this whole adventure started began with a lot of noise. And in the slums of the sorrows, the only thing that is heard echoing around the hut, the shack that you stay in, is a distant weeping and an audible retching. As you all stir, Nissa, you completed the end of the long rest with a conversation. A creature known to you, but yet to be seen by others. And with communication telepathically, is all the way silent for the time being. For today, this morning, the weasel you have dubbed Mr. Stinky remains lying underneath that couch, half in, half out, as your party awakens. In fact, Mr. Stinky takes it upon himself, with his chin damp with blood, after devouring the morsels left to him by Magrim. He casually crawls up onto this dilapidated couch and sits there, waiting. And you feel the connection as you take that brazier given to you from your familiar. As you hold it, you feel like you are able to communicate with Mr. Stinky as well as understand that he is awaiting some form of command. As his thoughts invade yours, both with varying degrees of minor insults, but also impatience. He's happy to sit there, and for now, you will have control over Mr. Stinky.
Well, okay.
There you go.
Yeah, oh, I do have it. Okay.
Oh yeah, you do. So, party in the
Good thing my
sorrows.
corruption changed.
Your corruption has changed.
Card just wakes up. Oh, it's a rat! Attacks Mr. Stinky.
Yeah, unfortunately, he will be Fey and not a beast. But things have changed overnight with the members of your group that you are now, I suppose, used to hearing in the morning about how they're feeling. And with a note delivered in the night by Gargle, the right hand of the mayor, the sheriff of the Sorrows, and a lot of what the hell just happened. The so-called day is yours to do with as you please. The question is, what would that be?
Just a question. Since I did I did save on seeing Magrum, but I feel like I still need to be careful to not trigger that parts that this parasite is playing. Do I still need to keep my distance, or how do I feel about it?
You will continuously feel uneasy about him, but
I won't be
you won't have the
dangerous.
frightened effect perpetually within the range of Magrum. No, you have saved against him, but a source of fear is there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Refresh my memory. Me and Mag know about the letter. And that's it,
Yes.
right? Go see the mayor.
And you said to each other that you will tell everyone in the morning. That was
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of us don't know yet.
So when Mag would wake up, he would go to the first floor, wait for everyone to, settle in, and explain that we are to be summoned to Mr. Guard. We were summoned by Mr. Gardell to meet the leader of this place called Mayor Shandell.
It's the one he mentioned when we came in, right?
Yeah. Oh, and that thing. He points to the weasel. I tried catching that, and it kept digging the alarm spell.
Yeah, well, about that. Wait, you can see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Ferret.
Mm-hmm.
it's a very nice marsupial pouch.
Well, about that, that's my burden. You guys pay no mind to him, literally.
I think you talked about him before.
Yeah, he has appeared randomly.
To do with
sometime.
souls, right? With your soul stuff.
Basically, yeah, he takes away the souls that we kind of reap.
Cool. I guess that's less work for us.
Fantastic. Feels great to be
Mr.
spied
Stinky-
on by a demonic weasel.
Mr. Stinky kind of turns his nose up and goes, "I'm not a weasel."
So
She goes,
the
"Shush."
okay, just for everyone's benefit, the weasel cannot talk. But
No, but she hears it, right, Nisa?
yeah, Nissa
You
can
can
hear
hear
it in her mind. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's kind of shushing an animal that you cannot hear is speaking. So she looks weird.
Sure. Is he like under your command, like a familiar?
I mean, he is a familiar, but he is very much not under my command. He does whatever the fuck he wants, more or less.
Unless it's mutually beneficial. Stinky.
You are stinky. Shut it. He
Sounds
said,
like he's a distraction. I can kill it.
No. Aurora, if you kill it, I will not be able to fulfill my part of the deal. Trust me. I would have done so if I didn't know what it entailed.
I was wondering what smelled of sulfur so much here. Is that Mr. Stinky?
Yeah. When he disappears, he kind of poofs away within a cloud of sulfur.
Lovely.
A fart. A demonic fart.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it always devils, demons?
I think he could help us, like in battle or something. He said he would be able to maybe give us a hand when it's needed.
I'm
Claim
sure that helps
souls!
relatively.
Okay. Anyway, Aurora.
Hmm.
You feeling alright?
Yeah, just a lot on my mind.
Yeah. Also, your foot. Do you feel like we should get it bandaged? That fall really took a lot out of you.
Be fine after a few days. When I talked to my father last night, he mentioned the city was devoid of order. Well, I don't like my father's certainty of trusting Alabaster with my family. He is correct that I have no means to enter the Templar Quarter right now. We should look for one.
Yeah.
He did suggest that there was one that could go there from Undergeist, though I have no idea where to begin looking.
Well, I suppose the mayor might know.
I guess.
So what do we do? Do we first talk to this Chandel person before anything else?
Tell us more.
Unless you want to see Jasper butt naked halfway down the street.
I'm sorry, what? I beg
Oh.
your pardon?
Yeah, him and Leeson hooked up last night.
Oh, she
That
changed
fucking
gears quick.
bastard.
I don't think he's that loyal.
I mean, good for him. I don't really care what he does. I mean, we grew up together. We're like brother and sister, but we don't meddle into each other's private business, so he can do as he likes. As long as he doesn't, end up dead or fatally wounded or whatever.
Well,
Well,
Leeson is definitely somebody that could kill him, but he's a grown man. And he's your
Yeah.
friend.
So as long as he's okay, I'm okay. Just, it's whatever.
So we were going to this mayor person to get a map to how to reach Aurora's place.
yeah, well,
The-
we'll see what we have when we get there. You can see, like, Lokar finishing his stretches that he probably did while you guys were talking, and kind of starts walking out the door. All right, let's go.
Man,
Well,
eventually.
at least, well, a decent plan we have. Well, let's keep going then.
That's a
Let
really
me
nice
know if
sword.
you ever need me to kill the ferret.
I will, but for now, just let it be. It will not bother you.
I sincerely doubt that.
It was worth a try.
The ferret, notices that you're all heading out. Well, Lokar's heading out, and when Lokar heads out, I guess you all kind of follow. He does basically a coiled crawl up your leg, Nissa, and with its white fur and your white hair, it kind of like matches in as he decides to perch around your neck.
Like a scarf.
Like
He's
a
so
scarf.
cute.
And he whispers into your ear and says, "Don't forget the bargain."
I won't. You're literally reminding me of it every minute. Chill.
That's what I do. And you head out into as far as local, and you find yourselves. Just realized I haven't set you so that you can change it. But yeah, you head out into the Sorrows proper, and I'm just gonna remove some tokens off the board. Much like the night watches, for those who peered out of the window once in a while, noticing that citizens of the Sorrows do not conform to the regular day-night cycle on the surface. A constant stream of children, women, and vagrants, let's say, wander aimlessly through the narrow alleys of the Sorrows, each with their own grimy look of uncleanliness, going about their what can be only construed as a daily routine. Looking around from this first tier gives you somewhat of a vantage point to notice that despite these houses being in various states of disrepair, there is, for lack of a better term, commerce. Minor trade. People giving and receiving things. People going into various dilapidated buildings and coming out with other things that they did not enter with. Hand-scrawled signs on the top of some of these buildings draw your eyes, including one across the way to the northwest. A tailor's. Now, the tailor is not exactly something you're looking for right now, but the fact that it gives you this interest, that however this town has managed to thrive, well, is thrive the right word? The scrolling of the tattered thread is the only one that you can see from here, but you have been given a missive to join the mayor at his home. Gargal did gesture vaguely to his direction, with some form of directions. Up on the 4th tier. People come and go and pass you with hollow eyes. Looks to you of curiosity, but also fear. A day in the sorrows awaits you. Are we going directly to the mayor's?
I think, actually, I guess when we see this like directly across us, I guess I will, Himloka will point out. I mean, I don't think we'll find anything there, but I mean, most of us are still in slave clothing. That'll be terrible to switch. Not the most pleasant type of clothes.
Yeah, I suppose you need a better sheath for your dick dagger.
We could have a look.
If there's any type of usable supplies between here and the mayor's office, we should keep an eye out.
Reasonable.
Doubt anything down here.
Just, Spiker, are you a little far from the microphone? You're a little soft for me.
Yeah, me too. I was gonna say that. Either that or
Supplies,
the
keep an eye
music's.
out.
Mic check, Spiker.
Hello?
A little louder
Yeah.
if you can. I mean,
Hello?
I'm not sure what's changed. I have you at 160%, and I still don't really hear you very well.
It's over 9,000. Come on.
There is a thing I can do. Just a second.
Check.
Mic check.
That's a bit better.
Maybe I can swap the battery.
Hey Nissa,
Yep.
what do you call a retired miner?
I don't know, an ex-minor?
Nah, you call him Doug.
Oh shit. she laughs despite herself and goes, "That was a bad joke, but that
Terrible.
makes it good."
Test.
Better.
Oh, better now, yeah, definitely.
Much better.
The battery died.
Uh-huh. All right. So, to the tailors, apparently.
Yeah.
Taylor is rich.
I mean, sure.
I mean, we have some money, and I mean, I don't think we want to look like we're slaves for the whole wartime. And these should be cheap as it gets.
Anything blue, it will be an upgrade.
Yeah, that's your color.
Okay.
I mean, I think
Oh, go
Nissa's
ahead.
still wearing her gladiator armor, like studded.
Yeah,
with-
same with Magram.
Maybe a few of us still are, but I'm willing to take a look around.
I mean, you didn't make any special armor, right? It was like your own stuff armor, kind of. Isn't that from your?
I did take it from the armory at the arena, I think.
I have a +1 armor, so I definitely took the gladiator armor.
Okay. Yeah, but I mean, maybe there's some like cloaks or coats or something to put over.
You guys have armor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't need armor.
You're born with armor.
Yeah.
Same.
I cannot wear armor.
Who's running the tailors? Theron?
well, we'll probably get introduced as we enter.
Don't kick the door down.
Yeah, already is falling apart, but I'll try to just.
1 second. My browser's having a bit of a situation.
I didn't expect us to go to tailor immediately.
Yeah. Well, damn.
Okay, how much money do we have? Because I lost track.
Well,
have-
I have 21 gold pieces, 14 silver, and 98 copper pieces.
Okay.
13 gold here that I picked up. Plus the silvers from when I definitely wasn't going to arrest everybody.
I think I have mostly the money we found in the mines. So.
Yeah, my sheet says I have 25 gold. And that's it.
Hello,
I
Mr.
remember
Rich.
When I
Yeah, I was about to
went
say,
in.
I'm not sure, like, if you remove your starting money and stuff, I don't know. But,
If
yeah.
I ever
think maybe-
find my backpack that I started with, there's 100 gold in there.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah,
Not
nice,
bad.
nice
I
dude.
think
Nice.
I think the guards took that, unfortunately, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, oh
Almost
shit, free
everything.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go ahead and remove. I think it was my starting gold, so I'm gonna
I
remove.
mean, maybe if you found some extra stuff, I don't know. I mean, up to you if you trust yourself that you tracked it correctly or not.
that. I do not.
Okay. Well, in that case.
Not in that aspect. No.
Okay.
So I'm broke.
You broke. Well, it's shed money, what I have right now. So.
It's all right.
The Tattered Thread is a small, gloomy tailor shop, hidden slightly down a narrow alley with its forefront sticking onto the main road, its entrance marked by a torn banner flapping weakly in the stale air. Inside, as you approach, the door open for you to see into. Bolts of faded and threadbare fabric line the shelves, and a creaky sewing machine stands in the corner, where a gaunt and hunched human woman works tirelessly. Her wild, stringy grey hair and sharp, piercing eyes give an uncanny resemblance to someone who has hit rock bottom, but still has her wits about her. The walls are cluttered with mismatched garments, many of which have been salvaged, it seems like, from various sorts of people or the dead, or found abandoned in the streets, or homes within the sorrows, much like the home that you slept in last night. As you step into the store, the woman very quickly jerks her head towards the door and takes you all in within a moment. And with a crooked smile with chipped, like decaying teeth, stretches her back out of the chair and goes, it's early for the customers. Well, I'm always happy to see customers. You can call me Marilla. Marilla Kenai, that's me, and I am the best seamstress. Don't let anyone tell you anything else. Marilla. And your spelling is terrible.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay.
Feisty.
Wow, mine too.
Don't write names down.
Gee,
Marilla Kenai.
keen eye.
It's a pleasure to see some new faces here in the Sorrows. To be honest, I was getting a little stale. Get it? Stale? I crack myself up. What can old Marilla do for you this fine day?
Need some clothes.
Was that so? Well, I mean, judging on what you're all wearing, I could say that's the understatement of the century. don't look like you've been down in the showers for that long. You look like you... And she recognizes the garb that you wear. He goes, oh, well, there's been plenty of your folk down here. Don't mind me, Marilla. Won't tell anyone on the fact that you may be running from somewhere or someone. The surface
No
can...
one like our folk.
Our folk?
Yeah, there's no one like us.
Make
Oh,
no
means-
mistake, miss. I don't run from anything.
Do you mean
Okay,
slaves?
Right you
Human
are.
slave.
Yeah. Yes, that was you.
I don't mean you people. I mean you people. You know, the kind of people that, like...
That the kind
Yes.
of our people, of course, miss.
Exactly so. You know, the people that kind of wear the garb that you're wearing. Clearly, you will need to get out of that to right yourself and maybe squirrel yourself away. Now,
You are as keen as your last name suggests. Now, we do need some help.
Okay. Yeah, how can old Marilla can I help you with this garb? Like, you want just the basics? You're free to browse. She gestures to the walls lined with scrappy fabric as well as various garments, tools, and a small amount of trinkets here and there.
Yeah, I think Lokar will start to browse. I don't think he looks for anything. I'm gonna ask for anything specific.
Okay. Well, you can see, like, on various, like, twisted wire racking, there are common clothes folded up in various spots within the tailors, with a price tag of 5 silver. There are various sets of tools that line the back of her shop that she seems to be using. Some of them in additional supply. There are bolts of linen and cloth. There isn't so much color here. More stained and left to dry, like a stained fabric that's like been put over like this dark yellow linen, which is common within Gerst. And then she has a crate with various sorts of trinkets closer to her sewing machine.
For me, I think Lokar will basically buy common clothes, but it will be like some like good shorts and stuff. He doesn't, really need to cover his top that much in the heat, and probably like I don't know if they have it, but like a leather strap where you can put a bunch of stuff on, kind of hanging over his shoulder. And is there like thief tools here? When you talked about tools.
Yeah, but these are like tailor's tools, cobbler's tools, things like that.
Okay,
she does
so
for
no-
her job.
Okay, no thief tools.
It's a tailor's. It's not a general store.
Yeah, it could have, it could have been like, you never know. So
But there's like needles and stuff. I mean, if you want to like retrofit it, maybe you could like cobble something together.
Nah, I'll just file like a general store. There surely is
I'm not
around
sure
one.
all the tools. You'll see that there are like cobbler's tools on the back, as well as some leatherworker tools and weaver's tools.
I'm gonna put a picture in Discord of what Karek wants to accomplish. I'm trying to cover up his shell.
She might have a bunch of hairpins around.
Mhm.
Bobby pins.
Vietnam helmet netting,
This
but
is
for my
not
shell.
Fallout.
Not a helmet, it's for my shell.
Miss Marilla, I think tools would be better served for me. How much for, well, any of them, really, all of them?
You want to make it yourself? I mean, well, that's fine, honey. I mean, you can make it anything yourself. No one's gonna tell you you can't. But some of these I still need to do my job, but I have come across some extras and I've peddled them just in case something's broken down. But I'm sure I could do with a few things less if we got the coin for it. I mean, a woman's gotta eat.
A price, yes.
She sort of plucks things off the shelf that she could potentially do without duplicates of some tools, and essentially brings you a set of cobbler's tools, a set of leatherworker's tools, and some weaver's tools, which is like needles and threads and stuff like that. And she says, well, I mean, hate to let these go, but 7 gold, I think, is a suitable price for 3 sets here.
Acceptable. And I will give her 7 gold.
She looks almost surprised, and she takes
No, I also look surprised.
the gold. Like the moment you put it on the counter or the sort of table, she like scoops it and puts it into her apron.
Do not waste this generosity, miss.
Oh, I
And
know.
I will scoop it all into my bag and turn around.
Okay, 3 sets of tools are now yours. And for the rest of you?
You guys just get common clothes, probably, everyone, or anything specific?
Can Magnum turn in his gladiator's clothes to see if he can get like a cloak? Like, and maybe some simple shirt?
You want
Oh,
to do
I
like
can-
part trades?
What's up?
Like a part trade situation?
What does that mean?
Like you're handing in for like a discount, so like you're trading your current clothes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Basically
she-
that, and also if she can offer, I don't know, maybe bandages or some kind of cloth so that Magnum can wrap up his wounds that are on his body, if that's possible.
Oh, there's spools of linen cloth here that you can purchase for sure. That would do exactly that. Bandages are essentially just, loose weave linen anyway, so you can
Yeah.
potentially purchase that if you wish to. If
Yeah.
it's for everyone's common clothes situation with part trading, if that's what you want to do, given your fabric. I mean, fabric's fabric. Common clothes will drop down to 2 silver pieces per set.
So 8, because Aurora doesn't want to buy one, or should I just buy one for Aurora too? You can like change it with your tools.
I would just need materials, but yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so that's 1 gold for all our clothes.
Mm-hmm.
If we part trade. Yep. Okay. Done that. And
Okay.
yeah,
Alright.
like obviously that also includes like maybe clothes or something.
I mean, I don't think Nisa would give up the studded leather armor.
Yeah, I mean the gladiator.
Because it would,
It's not. Yeah, it's not the armor. Like you have like your
The clothes underneath it.
yeah, which are
Oh, yeah,
barren. There's
yeah.
not much, but it's still something.
Definitely, yeah.
No, Magnum walked out in drip. He's selling all of it.
Rue, you get the
Silks
gladiator
everywhere.
drip.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for us it's actually only like half a silver, but your your drip gives us all the benefits overall.
Yeah.
Alright.
Tarek wants some kind of netting or something that can go over his shell to help cover up the pretty shiny stuff, and also I can use it to hang things from.
Netting.
Kind
We
of
have
like it didn't
rope.
have to necessarily be like a burlap or something. Like doesn't have to be anything nice. Obviously, I'm just wanting to cover my shell up and also
For sure.
be able to.
Yeah, we can
Some
maybe
extra
work
utility.
something nicer along the way, but for now just
There's like bolts of like I said, faded and threadbare fabric, so you can make a choice about like what sort of fabric you would like to have cover your shell. It's still the Sorrows, so it's more patch scraps than anything.
Right.
Oh, wait.
Rather
This is very important.
talented with my hands. I can mend or repair anything that we get. And I do mean quite literally anything.
Fascinating.
Mhm.
Now, lady, is there a hat in this store?
A hat? I mean, it's not usually required here down in the Sorrows, not without any weather above us, so nobody really wears hats.
I
I
need
tried to sell a couple, but I mean,
I
no.
need two.
Two hats?
Two
Alright.
hats.
I mean, I could probably create a couple for you if that's the case, if you're willing to wait for a couple hours. Or maybe you come back later
No.
in the day.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Uh, hmm. We'll see. Thank you for your business, by the way. Lovely garments here. Clearly, this is a work of a master at their craft.
She looks at you and like folds her arms like, now I won't be tolerating none of that sass.
Miss Marilla, please ignore him. Is there a smith in town? Coincidentally.
Oh, sure. The Rusted Forge is up on the third tier, I think. Second or third tier. My memory doesn't hold true these days.
Probably
But,
also has something like a general store, right?
well, yeah, certainly. It's along the way towards the second tier. Head to the northeast, and you'll find it for sure. Is there anything I can interest you in with these? And she gestures towards the counter with the various trinkets on them. At least there are strange-looking ornaments that aren't in any sort of display case situation. There's various objects. Things made out of parchment, made out of bone. There's something glimmering with like metal. There are kind of like, you know, when you go to a thrift store, there's like a shelf of just like knickknacks and stuff. Like, it's a question of whether or not you guys are interested in browsing knickknacks.
I mean, I could test detect magic in the store. See if there's any worthwhile.
What kind of knickknacks?
Magical knickknacks? Potentially magical knickknacks?
They're gonna like sit down in the store for 10 minutes and do your ritual.
I mean, I can just spellcast it. I'm a cleric.
Right.
Is that what you do?
But, well, I'm asking if we want to do that. If we do, yeah, sure.
I mean, how long does it stay up?
Detect magic is a
minutes?
10-minute spell.
Yeah, we could go from this and then to the general store and then to the smith if we're going fast. Maybe only to some general store. So we can like see if there's anything there also.
Sure. Boop.
Oh God. Blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch common metal, thin sheet, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. 3 feet of wood. Jesus. No building is 3 feet thick of wood. Your detect magic does pick up a couple of things. Nothing visible. It's more like you can sense it. That behind the wall of the main shop there is a couple of magical blips, and you sense the some presence of magic. Now, it doesn't tell you. Oh wait, and you learn at School of Magic, if any. Fun. Yes, there are a couple of things of enchantment behind the wall. As well as above you, in a sort of up and to the right kind of a motif, as if upstairs. That old Marilla is clearly holding out on you in terms of not keeping anything of true worth out in front of the store. As for the trinkets,
Yeah, I was just gonna look at the trinkets to see what was there.
okay. Okay. Well, you see on this trinket display a severed eye from like a dried severed eye from some sort of creature. A pale white mask that's made of alabaster. A single caltrop made from bone.
They killed Alabaster, turned him into a
Yeah.
mask.
Right.
No, dude.
Alabaster's white, but it's like that's
I
not.
know.
There's a piece of parchment bearing what looks to be a child's drawing. There is another like sort of fragment of parchment that seems to be like half of a floor plan for some large structure. There is like a hilt of a broken sword that has a amber sort of stone within the pommel. There is a chest piece shaped like a dancing satyr wearing a bishop's hat and clutching a gnarled staff. There is a deck of cards with.
Oh no.
It's not hitting magic, so
Ah.
don't worry about that.
Okay.
It looks like, as you like, take a look at it. It looks like it's a trick deck of cards for 3-Dragon Ante. So it's like a marked deck. A paintbrush made from entirely of ceramic, including the bristles. There is a 8-ounce glass wine bottle that does have a is it transmutation magical aura about it. And a wooden spoon with a hole in the center. A empty vial with a corked end at the top and bottom. And a ring with a enchantment on it.
I will point all of these things out to Karik as we're walking by and be like, yeah, those are magical. Some enchantment, some transmutation. There's definitely more powerful magic out away from the front of the shop. But not worried about that.
Oh. Do we want to ask about these, or do we want to keep moving?
I mean, we can tell everybody and kind of get what their opinions are. And then, yeah, I guess we can either ask her about what the prices are and probably not mention they're magical. So, party huddle.
Yeah.
Howdy ho.
What's up?
A lot of trinkets that have
I'll do the
simple
list.
magics. There's some more powerful stuff behind the counter in the back or something.
Alright. I mean, we can see how much the trinket's worth.
I like that amber gem, but I'm also a sucker for gems.
Okay. Good to know, I suppose. If you're paying with your own money, I don't mind.
Everything's magical. It has some benefit. Ask her about them. If she mentions anything, then we can grab it. If not, I mean, it's just trinkets.
I mean, they said everything was here devoid of order, right? So.
Yeah.
Some options.
I'm not going to suggest we rob a legitimate business, but I obviously can't stop you, Onisa. Still.
Lisa was just distracted, browsing through some clothes, and just goes, "What? Huh? What was that?"
Yeah, I think Lokar will grab the magical ones and then 2 non-magical ones. So let's say the magical ones, and then he will take the mask and the hilt.
Hey man, I wanted to get that.
Oh, we can still get that. I don't want to just. No, he's not for himself. It's just like he doesn't want to take
Okay.
only the magic ones because maybe sussing us out. And just like asks, like just puts a bunch on the table. It's like, well, how much for these trinkets?
So you got the ring, you got the wine bottle, right? Because Aurora told you that they were magical.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And then the mask and the hilt.
Well, she takes a very short pencil from behind her ear, and she starts tallying it up on a piece of parchment. As I do the same thing. Beep boop beep boop beep. So one more time. The mask.
Yes, the hilt, the ring, and the wine bottle. And if she starts to count like different, I'll like. Do you not sell the trinkets for the same price?
Okay.
Oh no, they're different worth because made of different materials, come from different people. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what they are, but I'm pretty sure based off of their materials, they'll be worth something more. So if they're worth anything to you or to other people, prices are different. But since you're getting a lot of them, I'll just say all in. We'll just call it 10 gold even. What do you say?
10 gold. That's just some knickknacks.
Well, I mean, you've got like that ring, that brass ring. That's like something probably, and you've got
It's just a brass ring, yes. And then we have a wine bottle, and then a mask. How much is each of these items? It seems a bit
I
over the
think
board.
6 gold would be more fitting. Just saying.
Listen to the lady.
roll persuasion.
Okay. Ooh.
Oh, let's for a second.
no!
Are we killing the old lady?
Roll. Where's your inspiration die?
You want to change that in
Oh,
any way
man.
or not?
I was gonna say guidance, but I didn't catch it before she rolled. Can I still say it?
It's more like
You're also casting magic in a negotiation.
Yeah.
It's like it'll be
Not a good
visible,
idea.
She looks at you and goes, I appreciate that some of these can seem a little pricey, but you're asking for a lot of them, and I need to make some money sometime too. Look, I have a need to feed some children too, so if it's all the same to you, I would appreciate if we didn't go much lower than that. I'm already
All the
taking
same to us.
if you
I'll roll insight on that children possible lie.
Yeah, please.
10.
Nope, I believe her.
Yeah, Magnum is willing to buy all of it. This is gold.
She says, like, if we wanna knock some of the price down, like, I mean that ring is probably the most expensive out of all of them, by a way. So you put that back, and we'll call it 5 gold.
The ring is 5 gold.
But it's just it doesn't look that special.
It's just a brass ring.
Not even made of gold.
Yeah, just.
Why is it so special?
Okay, look, between you and me, the reason why I put the price up like that is because no matter what I do, that thing just does not stain. So I figured, well, if something's a little bit special about it, then maybe its price should go up a little bit. That's my decision.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and you want us to believe that?
I mean, the price is what the price is. If you don't want it, put it back.
Oh, okay. So you're saying because you think it doesn't get dirty, it should be a lot more pricier. That's the story here. That's how you take the money from people.
Not exactly, Sonny. It's more about the fact that there are things in this here world that go beyond just the standard ways of the world. And I figure, well, if that thing doesn't do what everything else does, then maybe those prices should be a little higher. But look, I'm not twisting your arm here. You can pay if you want to pay. If you don't want it, put it back.
And you think someone's gonna pay 5 gold for this?
Maybe, maybe not. If that's not you, then I'm okay with that.
I think Magrim did say he would get that.
Yeah, he already left the store with the items. There's 10 gold on the table.
As they're arguing,
Yeah.
I just leave following Mag. This is why I don't argue with merchants.
Yeah, no, he once he heard that those are magical artifacts, he was sold. Like, already.
Cha-ching! Out the door. And like, Marilla looks down and goes, well, I hope you don't.
Thanks,
take
lady.
that.
I'll be back for my hats.
Luca just shakes his head. Whatever.
Are you guys coming or not?
Yes.
You better have my hats ready.
I'll do my best. You didn't give any sort of
Any
definition of
hat,
what
really.
that any hat is gonna get. She
Any
I
will-
hat.
really hope we get to meet those children soon.
Oh, well, sure. If you want
She
to.
says that with a creepy smile, though not
Oh.
intentionally.
Oh, really?
Not intentionally.
Not intentionally.
She does like a like looks at you to like nod and say, "Oh, you think about kids?" And then she sees your expression and she goes, yeah, they're at a friend's right now. I'll fetch them later."
Sure. Bye bye.
She like gives a very concerned sort of look and nod. Bye bye, dearies. Come back if anything tears.
Okay.
It'll take me forever to identify all of this.
Magram has put the ring on his index finger, and he points it towards the ceiling. Does anything happen?
Does anything happen? The ceiling
The
feels
entire
affronted.
cavern caves in.
Okay.
No,
Magram
nothing
will
happens.
inspect the ring for any special engravings.
Roll investigation.
Okay.
Of all the people in the party, the wizard is the one to just carelessly start using unknown magical items.
Yes.
Aurora just looks at him with a little bit of concern.
You don't detect any like runes or anything on this brass ring, but you do recognize that it is polished and seems to have been like straight out of the smithy.
Mm-hmm. This seems very new. Hold on. Magram will rub the ring on his dirty clothing.
Uh-huh. The ring, like you're trying to tarnish the ring.
Yes.
As you do that and you rub it over like a particularly smudged part of your clothing, the smudges don't seem to stick to it, and it sort of like falls away.
Genius. Some novice wizard was able to cast prestidigitation permanently on this piece of brass. Fascinating. Magram seems to be in awe about this item already. He loves it.
Okay, so
You know, you could just wait for us to sit down at some point, and I can identify it, Mag.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. He is very busy watching his beautiful ring.
No, we might have bought a cast ring. Oh well.
Anyway, Does anyone have a tankard? Let's see if this 8 ounces are more than that.
Let's try to use our 10 minutes of detect magic and get into the village store first.
Ah, right. Let's go. Magrum is very happy with these items.
Okay. Mark them down to be consumed later or detected later.
Yes.
Just hold
hmm?
the trinkets into your inventory. So you bought them.
Yep. Okay. Making our way over to here. Heading towards the stairways up to the second tier. You notice that amongst other, since you were looking out for a store, you notice to the southeast of you, there is a dingy-looking general store that has a very distinct scent of mildew and damp stone. The name that is inscribed in charcoal over the decaying wooden board above the door says the Grit and Grime Emporium.
Ah,
Let me go outside.
smells just like home.
Grant, more Grant.
Grime. Oh god, yes. The bugs. They set up a store.
Oh, please change the NPC. He's a bug man. He's a
You
large
haven't
bug
talked to him
man.
yet. You can still do it. No one will know.
It's a bunch of bugs in a trench coat.
God.
We'll trade for grime.
It's like the skin is slack and falling off his bones. Men in Black style. It is the dingy store. Smells me do. Its shelves are stocked with an eclectic mix of goods, most of which have seen better days. Half-broken lanterns, tarnished cutlery, rusted tools, and strange, dubious trinkets pulled from various sorts of wreckage around the Sorrows and Undergust. The lighting is dim, casting deep shadows over the cluttered aisles, and the floor is sticky with filth. Despite its unsavory appearance, there are a couple of people in here already shopping. There are simple rations and makeshift adventure gear to less legal items that are stocked behind the cashier's desk, for lack of a better term. Various vials of poisons, stolen goods, vials with dim red fluids, and basically a general mix of this and that. The Grit and Grime Emporium has it all, apparently, if you're willing to pay. And the owner is a stooped-over dwarf with oily black hair, a thick beard matted with dirt, and fingers permanently stained, it seems, with grime. You hear from one of the other patrons say, "Thank you, Mr. Hobbs. It will be with you soon. I promise. Thank you once again for the advance." And this half-elfen woman and child, wearing the basics of common clothes that are ages old, leave the store, pass you, and give like a quick looks to you and have their heads bowed, trying to not catch your eye. Seeing as you're the only group now left in the store, the dwarf addresses you and says, "Well, it's always a great time to see new faces within the Grit and Grime Emporium. I'm Hob Grohl, at your service. You look like a fair group of adventurers trying to delve into the deeper parts of Undergust for seeking fortune and fame. Have I got you pegged? If I have, Hob Grohl has got you covered. What is it that you're after? Maybe I can help you find something.
I've got
Indeed.
a piece of half plate that's seen better days. I want to turn it in for a bunch of random knickknacks around your store, I'm sure.
Trading with, you do a better job. You might get a better coin if, between you and me, if you take that to the Rusted Forge just up the ways and speak with old Bara. He'll give you a little bit more for that. See, I'm not... Save me a trip, really.
At least you're an honest merchant.
Alright. So I assume Aurora's gonna look for magic. And Loka's just gonna get some like standard gear that we have all lost. Oh, like a bedroll for everyone.
Another set of
maybe,
adventuring
like,
gear.
mess kits. Yeah, kind of. Like some like basic stuff. So
So
we
I
have
get
that
my
again.
backpack back minus the gold.
Yeah, exactly. So we don't have to like be too complicated about it. I'll just do like, I don't know, 5 gold or something for all of us, if that's okay.
For full sets of adventuring gear?
No, just like I have like a bedroll and a mess kit. And stuff.
Okay. Well, let me just go through the various stuff here for you. Obviously, there's weird trinkets here too, but you will have various packs. Like there's a Dungeoneers pack, there's Adventurers packs, there's Diplomats packs. There are some kits here. There's a forgery kit. There is a thieves tools. There are scales and measuring tools. There are climbing gear, and again with the poisons and potions behind it. There are various illumination tools, candles, bullseyes, lanterns, regular lanterns. Paper, some sort of ribbons made out of silk, pitons, and then there is like a small rack of weapons, mostly used for general work like clubs and hammers.
How much for a water skin?
Water skin.
Yes.
Yeah, there's definitely a water skin there. He says, I set you back only a copper, for sure.
Sold.
Yeah, let me just do it for everyone. So everyone, so 5 copper. Gone. Then we got like a bedroll for everyone. How much is that?
Oh, bedrolls. One sec. Bedroll. Okay, so they're not exactly in the best shape. They're more just like straws. So let's say they aren't as high quality as a standard adventuring gears bedroll. So we'll go with 2 silver for the bedrolls each.
Yep, so 10 silver, so 1 gold. And I guess a mess kit for everyone, so we can eat with easier and don't have to use our hands and stuff.
We have a crowbar already, right?
Yes, we do have a crowbar.
I have cook's
Mess-
utensils
Mess
somehow.
kits are 2.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
that's probably because you didn't remove them from your starting stuff. so
Mess kits
technically-
are 2 silver each.
Okay, so also a gold.
Nice, fair. Guess I'll remove them.
Okay, so you bought everybody bedroll, mess kit, water skin.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. And in the previous store in the tailor shop, did you also get everyone like common clothes?
Yes, I got everyone common close.
Okay, just to keep track of it.
Yep.
if everybody is done, Nisa will come up to the desk and pull out the pearl locket that she found in the mines,
I
the
thought
one with the
Aurora has that.
inscription.
I have that.
Oh, you
I'm
have
using that
It's
for
in
it.
my...
Yeah, I have to use
Jesus.
that for identify.
Oh, it's in my inventory though.
Oh, it's in my inventory too.
This
Wasn't it the whole
cloning
thing where you?
mitosis.
Yep.
Wow. You guys did the duplication glitch. All right.
Yeah.
What is this, Diablo 1?
No, I was just gonna ask how much would he give me for that. But if you need it, just scratch that.
Yeah. It's actually the item I need for identify. So
Yeah, I mean we have a bunch of extra
Okay,
hand
good.
axes we could think about getting rid of.
Okay, good. I do have an extra hand axe, yeah. I could sell it.
No, I have like
him.
3 extra hand axes in
You
the
have
bag of
3?
holding. Yeah,
I have the scimitar.
but I'm not sure. Like he probably will tell us, yeah, go to the smith for selling weapons. But you know we can try.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can like
Okay,
see that a general store isn't like anything to do with weapons or armor.
Exactly.
And he already
Yeah,
is mentioned about getting a better price at the smith.
I'll just wait then. Okay.
I also get 1 rope 50 feet. 50 feet of rope. It's always good to have.
Yeah, sure. Of hemp rope is
Sure. Yes, of course.
yes, it's a gold piece
Yes.
Gold piece each.
for 50 feet.
I will
Yeah,
also buy a 50-foot length
All
if
right.
he's got an extra.
Yeah, I'll just do for
Yeah.
for me right now. I think this is not something everyone necessarily needs, so you can
Not a
pay for
smith
it.
kit, a forger's kit.
Forger's kit. Okay.
Or
How much for
fake
those
documents, right?
That's right. Forgery kit. That's actually a fairly expensive piece of kit, but it is marked down given you are in the Sorrows. It's marked as 11 gold pieces for a forgery kit.
How much for
And
the thieves kit?
The
Where's these tools?
these tools also marked down to 19 gold pieces.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sell the half plate before I get those.
Yep, 19 gold is kind of what we have right now.
Yeah. Well, the half plate should sell for something. But
Right,
Alright.
your magic stuff. You still detect magic. Is there something we get from your detect magic?
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we?
Do ye? 1 second. General store. Oh, actually, no. There's actually no magic items here other than the standard potions, but there's no actually enchanted items within the general store.
All right.
Not at least
How much?
right
Right.
now.
Or the potion.
I'm sorry, what?
How much for the potions?
I'm not sure we can afford potions.
I was just
No.
curious, so we know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious too.
Okay. Potions of healing generally are expensive to cobble together, but they are marked down to 36 gold pieces.
Not a bad deal, but we don't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we still have some in our inventory, right?
I have 3.
Yeah, we have
Oh.
potion
To
of
hold
healing. We
on
don't
to.
need to.
So I don't have any.
Yeah. Also, is there like possibly some ink and parchment for Magram?
Yes,
Like just for him?
yes.
Because
There is ink.
he has been yeah, he's been
I
itching
have one.
to write for a while.
Mm-hmm. I think Nissa has a bunch though.
Oh really?
Yeah, I do. I have an ink pen, 1 ounce bottle of ink, and 1 sheet of parchment.
Okay.
From the adventuring gear, I think it was, or
Oh,
not.
yeah. Your adventuring gear would have been left behind, right? So not your starting gear.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, no.
Oh, but
Okay. Well, right. In that case, Magram will just get himself some.
Okay. So it is 6 copper pieces per paper.
Oh god, math. Mag is way better at math than I am.
How many pieces?
60 copper for 10 pieces.
So 6 silver.
6 silver for 10 pieces.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and how much for some ink?
I could do-
Inkwell is another silver.
Okay, so 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is there to buy for 3 silver?
Well, there is a bunch of trinkets. There is. Do, 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 do.
Wait, is there soap? Can we get some soap?
Soap? No, there's no soap in this Aros.
Right. Makes sense.
The
because that's
What is
my
this?
Prestidigitation,
The
so-
noble district?
I mean, you
More
get prestidigitation.
touchy. What's soap?
How
Your
much I would
presentation is
love
a
to be
soap.
back in the Nobles District.
I mean, there's a difference between prestidigitation and soap, guys.
Can smell like soap.
Mm.
Do, 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 do. There for 3 gold. Did you 3 silver? Did you say?
Yeah, silver. The 3 silver.
3
So that
silver.
it rounds up to 1 gold. So I can mark it on my character sheet.
I mean, that's something like a playing card set, maybe that's marked down a little bit.
There is a small wooden statuette of a smug halfling.
No.
There is a thimble.
A what?
A thimble. Thimble.
No.
It's like when you're sewing, you have like it covers your finger. It helps.
No.
Okay.
That's not
And-
worth 3 silver.
But it's made of silver, so.
That's
And
quarterstaff. Quarterstaffs are like, you know, it's silver, right?
hold on. Quarterstaffs. Yeah, they are. As like a walking stick situation. Yeah. Actually, the general store will have quarterstaffs for sure. Like if you want to have a 2 silver piece quarterstaff.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like in the corner, standing upright. Hobbs says, "I'll let you have that for 2 silver if you, as you're on your way out."
No, awesome, sweet. Now Magarum has a walking stick. Look at me, guys. I'm becoming Gandalf.
Who's that?
Grundle.
Gandalf.
And I don't know, some wizard. The wait, guys. I'm sorry. I should have mentioned this sooner, but no party is complete without a 10-foot pole. Can we get a 10-foot pole up in here?
A 10-foot pole.
10-foot poles
Yes.
are not in this shop.
Damn.
Why
Okay,
do we need a 10-foot pole?
it's tradition.
To touch people with.
Okay.
People, traps, mimics.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I
Don't
wouldn't
you
use,
have a
like,
mage
something
hand
like
that does that though?
Yeah, or like something like a quarterstaff.
No. A quarterstaff is not a 10-foot pole. It's different.
Okay, but now you have a staff, I have a staff. We'll just tie them together, and we have a long staff.
Dude, that's genius.
You have
Genius.
a 10-foot.
We're going to Exodia a 10-foot pole.
Oh no, they put their brain cells together and
Okay.
they're talking.
Keep moving. Let's keep moving.
Okay,
By the way,
9
I'm
silver.
gonna
Awesome.
give
So,
give one of my potions to Carrick and the other one, another one to Magrim, because I have 3, and
Okay.
it's
ones
good
that
to,
you
to
stole.
split them up. Did I steal it?
Why? You
Oh
took,
yeah, you
Probably.
stole them from the chick in the fight.
you
That's
took him
right.
off the halfling in the arena. He was going to
Yeah.
use them to save.
Oh shit!
like,
Yes. Yeah.
What's his
Well,
name?
too bad.
Branch.
Well, they're already dead.
That wasn't meant to be clearly.
They're not play characters, so they're dead.
Anyway, moving on. Where are we going next, chaps?
I guess you
Go
can
to the
just
Smith.
then real quick.
We're going where?
smith.
Smith?
It's on
Okay.
the way.
As
smithy.
you climb up the very rickety stairs to the second tier within the Sorrows, you can see that halfway up, like in the middle here, there is a hole in the stairs. With broken, rotted steps, shall we say? And on the broken parts of the wood, you can see that there is some somewhat fresh, or like not freshish, but like dull brownish red stains from blood. But it's easy enough to walk past and climb up. Doop, doop. Okay. There is a somewhat well-made sign saying the Rusted Forge. But it looks like the shop itself could collapse at any moment. The roof is a patchwork of rusted metal sheets barely holding together, while the forge itself crackles weakly with a dying flame. Tools are scattered across the floor, many of them chipped or worn with age and unusable, and the sound of Bauer's hammer striking iron echoes through the slum tunnel as you approach, providing a constant reminder that time is ticking. Despite its ramshackle appearance, Bauer's work that is hanging on various shaped hooks on the walls seems surprisingly well made and durable, if crude, specializing in repairing old things, old weapons, and crafting simple yet practical gear for the inhabitants of the Sorrows. Her wares, as you can see on one side of the shop there, the smithy shop, not the forge area, are built to last, as if her craft and skill came from places elsewhere, even if they lack the elegance of finer craftsmanship. For the desperate, though, her iron blades and shields are going to be the difference between some life and death here. Bauer Ironmore is a towering half-orc blacksmith with grey, weathered skin and tusks chipped from years of biting down. She has lost her right hand and now works with a stump and a prosthetic metal forged hand with the smithing hammer in it, which seems to be self-forged. As you step into the rusted forge, she doesn't stop what she's doing, as she seems to be currently smithing, but shouts over the clanging of her hammer on anvil and says, like, "Got work to do, but I can help you if you need what you need." Clang, clang, clang.
Would like to trade in some weapons and armory for some coin or maybe other items.
Without stopping or missing a beat, he says, "Throw them on the floor there," and
Alright.
continues working on it.
I got a shovel, a pickaxe, a light hammer, and a hand axe. Let's do 2 hand axes.
I have a +1 scimitar that I don't think anybody in this party needs anymore.
I have a regular scimitar that I'm also going to throw in because I never use it.
Isn't that one magical?
The +1
Oh.
is.
The +1 is, mine's not.
Ah, okay.
Me and Lokar are really the only ones that actually use weapons. So, I guess Misa kinda uses them occasionally, but
Yeah, it's mostly.
Yeah, let's first see what kind of deal we
items.
get on these items, obviously.
The one that I imagine will get the most is my half plate, damage half plate.
I mean, also +1 weapon is
So you
pretty impressive.
got a shovel, 2 hand axe,
A pickaxe
a pickaxe. Yep.
and a light hammer
Light
from my
hammer.
side. Sorry.
You've got
Sort
half,
of random
half plate, scimitar,
And the scimitar +1.
simi plus
Mhm.
1. Anything else?
No, I think so. Nothing else.
Well, I do have a normal dagger, a normal hand axe, and when I say normal, I mean that they have no bonuses or whatever.
At least
Do you want to
but
throw them on the pile?
I'm gonna see if I can get a +1 dagger or something.
Oh, I also have an iron ring from the mine. I'll throw that on there too.
An iron
Free
ring.
iron.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was that, Nissa, with a dagger?
So yeah, a dagger and a hand axe.
You're throwing on the pile?
Yeah.
Anyone
you
else?
could have just taken the +1 dagger from like the gladiator stuff.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, sure, fine.
Shoulda, woulda,
It's
coulda.
late. Yep.
We're
unfortunate.
not. We're far from there now.
Yep.
Uh,
I definitely took some.
I
Going on.
definitely took some
Yeah.
extra +1 stuff. Like, there's a lot of +1 items here.
We're not in Kansas anymore. Yeah.
I'm going to live the fighter dream. I have a +1 of everything.
Casters wake up and pick what spells they want. Aurora wakes up and picks what weapon she wants for the day.
No.
Daggers
How-
or short swords or
How?
swords.
What kind of violence are we going to use today?
Yeah.
Classic or acoustic?
What sort of state
Electric
is your
boat?
half plate in?
It was the half plate that was taken off one of the minor guards that was half eaten.
Oh
So-
shit! Yeah, it's pretty beat up.
Eroded by the rust monsters.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you said it had a -1, but it was half plate.
Yeah. I mean, half plate's half plate, but it is like heavily corroded. But
Yeah.
it's still a large amount of iron. Just tallying it all up here. Doop, 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 doop. Clang, clang, clang. Okay. Numbers.
Numbers. We love numbers.
Oh
Big numbers
no,
fan.
math. More of a languages kind of go.
Hehe.
I see.
I like
numbers
how
in
we
my
turned
comic.
important meeting with the mayor episode into shopping episode.
I mean, it's somewhat.
Yeah.
But it's just like
Dude.
numbers.
Dude, hold on. Hold the phone. We started playing in April. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, in April.
It's
Since
the first
then,
time we've gotten to spend
It's the
any
first
money.
time we had one. Dude, give us some
We have
slack.
had
I wasn't
It
complaining.
is.
It's been 6 months.
Should I
Worth
just
it.
hold our party money, or should we do it put it in like
Get that bag.
party notes, or where do you guys want the money that we get?
Could
I can
maybe
keep
do
track
that
of it,
little
but
thing?
you've
I mean,
also
I-
done a really good track of it, or we can just divide it evenly, 5 by 5.
I think that's gonna be annoying every time.
How about you deal
Yeah.
with the use of the money outside of game and
Yeah, we'll just
like
have
who
the money.
maybe
Oh,
you each get like
Yeah.
a pocket money, like you each get like 20 gold, and then you stash everything else.
I like that.
Sure. Okay, so 129 gold to party inventory, and then everybody else gets 20 gold.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me add it to my.
And then who? Okay, we'll figure out the rest later.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. Are we done shopping?
Can I?
I mean, now that I
Fish
guess
schools. I'm
I
sure
don't know.
she
I
has
see another POI on the map. I don't know. What
Yeah,
that is.
me too.
Well, I
no,
mean,
I was just.
No, I think we're
I
done.
know. It was a joke. Continue.
Smith tools.
You
Why?
want Smith tools? Okay, 1 second.
I have
No,
every
she-
tool proficiency.
He
Smith's
wants
tools.
to be able to do everything.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you say
Um,
11 gold markdown back then in the general store? So
I do need the thieves tools. That's the other big one.
yeah, I already have used our total money to buy these tools. 19 gold, as you said. So
Okay, so I
can
can
give that. I guess Nissa also has these tools proficiency, so we can
sure.
Do
give it to
I?
you or
I-
Nissa.
I do have proficiency with thieves tools.
Yeah, then take them into your inventory.
Okay. So
Let me
then,
back
yeah,
up just a hair. While we were at the general store, was there any pan flutes hanging on the wall anywhere?
Pan flutes?
Yeah.
Let me do a roll. Yeah, that was 2
How much
for a flute.
for pan flute?
Uh, 1 gold for a flute.
Bet.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if there's something we can like
I'm
also we
proficient.
can just say that we have bought things, and then later on we'll figure it out and ask Aaron if there's this or that or whatever.
Sure.
I put into the party notes 110 gold, 18 silver, and 66 copper. Because I bought the thieves tools already with the party money. I think that's fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
And yeah, and I think we can move on.
Are you actually looking for a weapon, Nissa?
Yeah.
So you can see that. Sorry, just going back to.
Sorry for delaying everybody.
So I'm just gonna put the names in here because I have to go back and forth through my notes. You can see that Baura has created various pieces that are on the walls, and you came in basically saying, "We've got iron for you. Do you want to buy it?" And she's like, "Hell yeah!" Just throw it on the ground, and she'll purchase it for you. But each of the items that are hanging up on the various pegs are different in nature and purpose. Some of them are for like long, like heavy blades, like a two-handed sword. Some of them are like shields with like a bent buckle that is just waiting to be reforged. And if you're wishing to inquire about that to expedite this, she will mention that if you wish for something, she can forge it for you, but it's by order.
And then I'll just decline. Then I'll be like, that's okay, I'm good, but thank you.
She does a nod whilst she's continuing to hammer this glowing piece of iron, and says, "Well, you know where I am if you need me. Just follow the clangs."
Aurora said I can have her extra short sword, so I might take that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty. Anything further? Just because I have to switch notes and stuff.
No.
But
And I will
I mean,
think
not-
about
not-
anything else later on and ask you if we can buy it.
sure. I'm assuming though that you wish to go here.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna do now.
Hmm.
Okay.
Now we don't look like slaves anymore, and we actually got basic equipment, so we can like travel somewhere else.
Yeah, you're level 1 now.
Yep, let's go.
You find yourself on the 3rd tier of the Sorrows outside Mayor Chandel's run-down mansion. The building, much like the rest of the Sorrows, has seen better days. Its walls are cracked, the windows covered in grime, and the door hangs loosely but seems to be at least marginally servicing its purpose. Coming to the front of the house, you see Gargle leaning up against the front of it. Where's Gargoyle? And as you climb the stairs and your heads peek out over the edge, Gargoyle looks to you and throws out the stick he was chewing on. He says, "The mayor will be very glad that you came. He hoped that you would. So, before anything happens, even if you decline, I appreciate you making your way up to the 3rd tier just to see him. Thank you. You didn't have to do that."
I've been assuming it was a she all this time. My bad.
Potato.
She will mumble it under her breath and go, okay.
Stinky says, "Looks like a girl, right?"
It's a good thing to know the real movers and the shakers of the area we're currently in. Please proceed.
He gives a curt nod and then opens the red wood iron banded doors, squeaking on their hinges as he pushes them through. Shandal lies propped up on a worn couch in the main hall of this dilapidated mansion. His legs are heavily bandaged and splinted. His face is drawn in beneath a thick brown bushy beard, and his face twisted in a moderate amount of pain. His hands are trembling slightly as he holds and rubs his legs. As the door opens and you enter through, he smiles through the pain. And gestures for you to come closer. His eyes, though seem to be dulled by suffering, still carry sharpness of a man seemingly who has fought for survival all his life. "Ah! You came. I'd have stood to greet you, but, well, as you can see, standing isn't something I'm good at these days. Fell through a damn stairway. Stupid, isn't it? Spent all my life fighting the decay around here, and now the rot's taken me legs."
Daisy,
How did that happen?
Well, I fell through the stairway, climbing up here. Not a few days ago, and I've just been stuck here on the couch. Just hoping, praying, really, that the sorrows doesn't eat itself away. I'm stuck in this chair. And other than Gargle here, there's a fair few around here that can do what needs to be done. But I've heard from Gargle, who was at the games yesterday, that you're strong. And when he told me that group of strong surfacers have made their way down into the Sorrows, well, I thought to myself, I could use some of that strength right now. This place, it's on the edge of disaster. Worse than it's ever been. I'm sure you've heard the whispers, the damn noises through the air of the Sorrows, haven't you?
I suppose.
There's a lot of things that I hear in the night.
Yeah, maybe be a bit more specific if you can.
Right. Well,
Are your legs properly set?
you can certainly look over them and perform a medical check. For the place that you're in, with the potential resources available to him, they're probably, as far as you can tell, as well as they can be. These
Would I know if
Mhm.
magical healing would help him, or no?
Depends on what level of magical healing we're talking.
I mean, I only cast level 1 spells, so
Well, a level 1 spell wouldn't like unbreak his legs.
Maybe ease the pain, probably. And that's
Yeah, potentially ease the pain, if you wish.
We could also cut off the legs.
Yep,
no,
that's
I'm
a
not
good idea.
cutting
No.
off his
Just
legs
expose
with
the
a
bone and
bag.
cast mending.
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh no.
I'm going to sigh. It's like I'm getting annoyed at his constant grimacing in pain, and put my hand on his head, like completely disrespectfully, and heal, fool, and cast healing word on him.
Okay. Your magical healing of 3 points does soothe him somewhat. And he goes, "Oh, you're a caster too. I thought all those Templars were losing their minds according to Gargle. But I appreciate it. Anyway. These whispers every night, it seems they get louder. And the people, well, the people are scared. And when they're scared, they do stupid things. Things, well, I can't stop anymore. I've tried to keep a semblance of order here. But with me, my legs like this, I can't go out there. I can't protect the people. People I sworn to protect. I could barely protect myself if I didn't have Gargle here. So when Gargle told me these famous gladiators where people knew your names that faced a massive creature in the arena have found their way to my town, well, I needed to act. And that's why I called you. Why I sent the invitation. I need your help. The Sorrows needs your help. I may be the mayor in name, but right now, I'm nothing but a broken man. Without people like you, able-bodied. Hopefully
Alright,
with
let's
some
get
time.
to the point. What do we need to do? Like, how long is it? Where is it? Like,
I will
None.
agree, but I want a path up out of Undergast into the Templar district.
I see. Well, I'm sure the terms can be negotiated between you and Gargle here. There are a few things that are causing some distress around town. The whispers are just the start. There's more, and trouble's been brewing for a while now. And the thieves are running rampant, children going missing, people getting sick from water. I'd have dealt with it myself, but now, well, I need to rely on strangers and coin that I barely have.
I don't want coin. I just want a path.
well, maybe we should take both.
Nope.
I think we can
Yeah.
use both.
We could do with both.
So,
The rest of us
what's
would like going.
what's the real what's the real issue that you gathered us here? Surely, this creature or whoever attacked you.
No, I
Big
fell
or-
through the
Wait.
steps.
Yes.
Ah,
There
my
is a potential creature out there that is making people afraid. And then
Right.
there's other
So
like
We're supposed
police
to hunt it.
stuff.
He
Let the man talk.
yeah. He like takes out like a little black book from his shabby waistcoat and opens it up and says, let me see here. There's Uriah. He's been a merchant here for years, but his luck seems to be running out. There's some gang, some rats of Gerst robbed him blind, and he's too old to get it back on his own. And with the city above in chaos, well, no one's stepping up to help down here. If you can go and help him recover what little he has left, I'm sure he'd be grateful. You can find him at the Silver Whisper. Then there's Mara, a woman, lives near the smithy. Her son went missing a few nights ago, and Gargle and the other guards are a little too scared or too busy to help her. People are saying the creatures from somewhere took him. Or maybe worse. She'll be desperate for anyone who will listen, I'm sure. And then there's Smithy. Balra. Well, she's got problems of her own. Saying that her forge is haunted, you see. Though I know Balra, she's too proud to admit she needs help. And if you got the stomach for it, swing by. Could be more to it than just ghosts. Sorrows is full of old secrets. The old man
Putting
questioning.
down gangs and dispelling ghosts. It's like I'm back at work.
Then there's Lorna. Down at Dew's End. She's been hit by thieves nearly every night. An old woman. Can't really defend herself. And the guards are too thin to help. Well, if you can see to it that you help her, I'm sure you'll be doing her and the Sorrows a favour. And if that's not enough, well, Breeder's been telling me the well's gone bad. But I haven't had anyone able to look into it. People are getting sick and the water's, if the water's really tainted, it could kill us all. Someone needs to go down into the broken sewers and see what's poisoning the water, but be careful. I've heard things live down there. Nasty things. After explaining what sort of dire situation is happening in the Sorrows, Mayor Shandell shifts uncomfortably in his couch, and pain etched across his face. He takes a deep breath before continuing, his voice lowered, as if the next topic seems to be of more significance. Then there's something more immediate. It's not just the whispers from the beyond. Something else has started moving. A few nights ago, one of the shacks near the wall, something broke through into it. One of those families, good people, disappeared without a trace. Left nothing behind but a giant hole in the floor. Big enough for a man to fall through. I sent some guards to watch it, but they're just as terrified as the people. Say they hear chittering and scratching at night, like something's trying to claw its way back out. I can't send anyone in there. I can't risk any more lives. But if you want to know what's really going on, that shack is perhaps where you should start. The hole, I'm sure, leads somewhere. Deeper than I dare to imagine.
Now we're working off your payroll, right? Or are the people that we're working with beneficial if we help them, or how
I'm
that's
sure
gonna work?
everyone will do their part to chip in should you help them.
All right. I
There's-
guess
Hmm?
the important
Uh,
question is: do you know of a way to get to the Templar districts through Undergust, or do you know anyone that could know?
I'm sure there are many a person here in the Sorrows who have made their way a trek up into the city above. As for finding a way into the Templar district,
Yeah.
that's a tricky one. There's only a handful of people that I can know of that can that have ventured that far into Undergust to find a way up to beyond into the Golden Circle.
All right. Then
Gargle
I
let
here
think
me
is perhaps one of
guess.
them. But as you can see, the town is in a little bit of disarray, and I kind of need him. You fix a couple
No,
of
it's-
things.
yeah. I
I'm
think
gonna
just-
like lean down in front of him so I'm like on the same level. And I'm going to make it abundantly clear. We do nothing unless you find me that path.
Yeah, I think
Gargle
just-
steps up
yeah.
closer and says, "Look, you don't have to be, with any animosity here. Mayor Shandal is doing his part to save the people of the Sorrows because, well, he founded this place. As far as anyone else is still alive, he's the guy that people look to here. I may know a way through Undergurst personally, but like the mayor says here, my hands are tied. You untie them, I'll escort you."
You may know a way, or you know a way.
I want more certainty, Gargel.
Certainty is a difficult thing within Undergurst, what with movements and creatures burrowing here and there and cave-ins of old tunnels. I know where to go. That much is certain. I may not know exactly what is there, but you seem like capable folk. I'll guide you.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know about you. Seems like a fine deal. We're getting paid for this, right? Right. Okay. Great.
To recap, there are a number of smaller things that Shandal has potentially asked for you to take a look at. A stolen coin from a merchant, a missing child, a haunting of the forge, thieves, and a poisoned well. But he said that something a little more immediate would be
house thing.
what
Yeah.
the house
There's a
with
hole.
the hole. Mm.
The
I mean, you
holy
can put
house.
like the other outside of the house, because we're probably gonna do that right away. You can put the rest in the Discord maybe or something, because we probably won't do all of them today. So we can remember if that's
Sure, I will do that. Where do you want it? Under player only, I suppose.
yeah, that makes
Yes.
sense.
Okay.
We can
Yeah,
just
that works.
pin it or something for now.
Yeah, I'll just copy that into my notes.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second, guys.
I'll give you 6.
Okay.
Do you one better? I'll give you 7.
Okay. Well.
Now you're taking like that's too much.
Okay. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Guys.
Background.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's a goblin's favorite dinner?
Goblin decent.
Bottle of wine.
I was thinking it, but I was like, I'm not gonna be that guy.
Humans.
A goblet of humans.
A goulash.
Haha. Haha. A ghoul ash.
Cool. It formatted properly.
Beautiful. All right. And then I think Loka just says, "All right, then, Gargoyle, you're for the payment stuff, right? So, do we discuss it beforehand? Afterwards, what's the idea here?"
Do we take
I-
50% upfront? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Not really.
We
kidding.
will help them, Nisa.
How about you first take a look at that shack? And if you feel like you can help, you accept to work and help the Sorrows after you see the shack. If you feel like it's too much for you, and you feel like you want to find your own way out through Undergrust, well, no hard feelings.
You are a reasonable individual, and you have the respect of those who you live over. I will help you, but I will, in every respect, hold you to your word.
Then I
Now,
suggest we
where
get
is
to
the
it.
shack?
I'll take you there.
Awesome. Great. Splendid. Let's go take a look at this hole. Let's hope it's not an a-hole.
As you
Definitely
turn
is a hole.
to leave, Shandal calls after you. His voice is clearly filled with a motive of desperation. He says, "Look, I don't have an abundance left to offer you. Not wealth or glory, but the people here. But they deserve a chance. And right now you might be the only ones who can give it to them. If you can take the time, I'm sure everyone would... Well, their gratitude will last ages."
Shandao, are we all people of Epsilon or not? Epsilon.
He gives a nod and then looks to Gargel, who nods back to him.
Then
And,
we all suffer together, and it makes us all stronger. You will be helped.
And with that, Gargel leads you back outside. As Gargle is escorting you, there will be a small amount of chat here.
Yeah, one question.
Hmm.
From the look of the map, from here it looks like we can see this big structure over here. More clearly.
The light is not clear enough for you
Okay.
to see that. But I mean, make a perception check. There could be some things like a glimmer.
I mean, it looks like the water temple from the last Avatar.
Yeah,
20.
20
Like
perception.
another cigarette.
From this angle, deep within the murkiness, you notice that there are those same crystals that offer this sort of gloomy, dim light throughout the Sorrows, in a higher abundance beyond this very tall wall. The light, like sort of emanating from these clusters of crystals from beyond the wall, do offer a sort of sickly glow over a larger structure, but its detail and size is not exactly clear to you.
Yeah, but it definitely looks very different from like the houses and everything here, right? I can tell.
Yeah, I mean, well, the houses themselves are
Yeah.
all kind of like makeshift shantytown houses. You can at least see from this area the wall in the distance, and it is got a large amount of garbage piled up in front of it.
Yeah, I'll ask Gargoyle.
Gargoyle.
What is this big? Yeah, Gargoyle to me. What is this big structure over there? It seems very different from everything else here. Can't quite make it out, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, that's a part of history, I suppose. There are things down here under the city that used to, that were built hundreds of years ago, if not thousands. The city above was just built over places that fell into cracks in the earth or were sundered. History books I'm not entirely sure of, but the city above is essentially sitting on the rubble of the old. We're not exactly
Alright.
sure what's beyond the wall, but it's not something that we're interested in either. Rather leave ancient history to the past.
Good to know. And then he'll like keep following him to the shed.
Just one last thing, as you say, good to know. You see a flicker of movement in the distance of where these gems are, of a shadow. You're not sure exactly, but you know, as you look beyond, it's not a barren place.
You immediately see like the focus and shift of his head of Loka as he like notices that. Less he can't really make anything more out, and then relaxes a little bit more.
No, you with the 20 is just enough to see a glimpse of a shadow of a movement, and then stillness in the darkness.
All right.
As you are led back down the tiers, Gargoyle provides a brief amount of information of what he knows about the home, and that who used to live there. He mentions to you that a family, once again, had disappeared from this shack, leaving behind a hole in the floor. The house has been under guard with the door bolted shut ever since they saw what had happened. The guards have reported to Gargoyle over the past couple of days that there have been, on occasion, strange sounds, chittering and scratching from within. He also mentions that there's a drunkard in the Hollow Tavern. Tankard. Hollow Tankard. I have it written in front of me. I don't know why I said the wrong thing. It's like,
You got it.
it's
Running
Hollow
guy.
Tankard.
We believe in you.
Has been spouting some nonsense regarding chittering in the past. It's gonna be a running meme. Shit. Okay. And you're taken down here.
Makes sense.
Do you have any questions?
let's have a look at the place and then we'll see if we have some questions.
All right.
How long ago has this hole appeared?
3 days ago is when we
Okay.
heard of strange screams, and while screams are somewhat common here, this was different. A neighbor
Hmm.
poked in and saw it, and she came and fetched the guard.
Hmm.
Frangle
Well.
here has been the main security, shall we say, of this house since its encounter, the event.
I do have another question for either Gargle or Frangle.
Yep.
Do you know?
I'm
Do
sorry.
you know the family that lived here in this shack? Who they were, what they did? Any piece of information?
I'm not sure exactly who was in here. People come and go within the sorrows and change homes. See a better one than where you're sitting in? Well, jump right in.
And didn't anybody see the people that occupied this shack before the floor collapsed? There should have been, I don't know, any witnesses?
As far as I'm aware, no one's come forward with any information about being a witness. We heard some screams from a neighbor. That's about it. No witnesses of the encounter, more just what was there.
You do know it was a family, right?
We assume so based on what's inside.
Okay. Alright, thanks.
No survivors expected, I imagine.
That we can't say. We've been told just to lock it up tight until someone of more expertise can take a look. I assume that's you, folk.
Well, open up then.
Gargle gives you gives a nod to Frangle, and he nods back, and then nods to the other guy. He nods back. There's a lot of nodding in the sorrows. And before we go to the shack, we can take a short break.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Get some water. Get yourself, I don't know, a snack. Pet your pets. Hug your loved ones. We'll be back here in 2 minutes or so.
Okay.
What? Let's go.
2 minutes.
Hey guys.
Hmm.
With how much Theron is butchering the inn's name, I feel like there's gonna be a time when during our breaks, he's gonna tell us to pet our loved ones and hug our pets.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, fair. You think we're gonna fight something that's in the hole today?
I don't know.
I mean, we had one session without fighting, right? Or was it two?
Just one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, last week was a big roleplay session.
Yeah.
This week is shopping.
Yeah, shopping. Maybe like at the end we'll start fighting stuff. No.
If we find whatever dug the hole and broke in here, we should just ask them if they're selling anything.
Yeah.
Continue the theme.
Logan.
No.
Row.
Yeah, like what if in reality it's just a very friendly purple worm and it is very kind that it would love to sell us its poison. You know?
Hey,
An
how much
idea.
for the poison though?
Yeah.
Why don't we send Stinky down and then have him report back?
Genius.
And then if he doesn't, then we go in.
Well, let's look for clues. Maybe then we can put.
I mean, if she goes down, I can spend the time ritual casting identify, see if the ring is actually worth anything.
I'm back. I'm back.
Hey,
Hey.
Hello.
Hi. Is everyone back yet?
Mm-hmm.
I think we're waiting on Pepper.
Just waiting on Pepper.
Pepper, yeah.
Nobody near in dire need of 20 bear arses? Ha ha ha. He-mo. Was
Is that a reference?
I don't know if he was referring to something a while ago. Was the grid always visible on the screen? I just noticed it, or has it suddenly returned to default? It's always been there. I suppose the grid isn't necessary to be there, I suppose, but probably reduce it if it's bothering you.
Hey, Theron.
Yeah.
How do you spot a blind man at a nudist beach?
How do you spot a blind man at a nudist beach? He's the only one without a boner?
It's not hard.
Exactly.
So basically, yeah.
Yes.
Basically.
That was actually kind of good. I like that one.
I hate it, but I love it. Here we are.
Okay. Well, Pepper, are you back? Or are you getting an egg? Some bratwurst?
Nisa had the idea of sending Stinky down to scout. If that takes any actual time, I can ritual cast identify on a couple things. While we wait
We
for.
will have to see what you see when you go into the home.
Okay.
I'm gonna just toss the weasel into the void.
He like clings onto your hair, just like no.
Yeet.
They go yeet.
It's like a flying squirrel. It just like soars back at you.
Pokemon. Weasel, I choose you.
No.
Weasel on. Stinky
I
mon.
am back.
Great.
I
okay.
did not ask to be chosen.
Don't smush me back into that ball again. I'm warning you.
Righto. That's a right massacre.
Mm-hmm.
I will forego putting your tokens on there since you can ping it. The door is opened for you, and It too is of a delicate nature, squeaking on its hinges, as is many other buildings within the Sorrows. The torn up alabaster, like a flooring, is splattered with various sorts of blood. It is torn apart, and if it wasn't already destroyed within before the family was living here, there's a lot of alabaster going on. There certainly isn't very much to salvage here now. Actually, I will put your tokens on it.
You will.
Oh, wait, I haven't moved myself yet. There we go. Where are you guys? There you are. This, look, there you go.
Why do I feel like this is all somehow tied or connected to the mines? Like it all keeps tracking back to it.
I'm not sure we can make that conclusion. Whatever
No, it's
bees
just-
we got, at least shouldn't have been here, or shouldn't have gotten here 3 days ago.
It's just what I feel, but I hope I'm wrong.
I sincerely hope you're wrong too.
The thematic could be similar. I mean, you guys were talking about like things getting through because of like realms shenanigans or something. Could be like something else that got through. It's disconnected. Suddenly tore a big hole into this ground.
Something big or strong enough to make something like this is certainly concerning.
Magina Plains bullshit or not, I'm hoping it bleeds, and if it bleeds, it dies.
I'm not sure that's also a conclusion you can come to, but sure.
I haven't met anything that bleeds and doesn't die.
I have not been
Yet.
able to die yet, so
But you can die.
we don't know until it happens, right? I'm
You
going
guys-
to.
No, you go on.
I'm just going to like look down, and obviously I probably can't see how far down it goes from judging from the map. In that case, I'll like light a torch and like throw it down.
Wait.
Oh, you got cool stuff. You got cool stuff.
Mage hand.
Wait. I just came back, guys. I'm so sorry. Holy shit. Okay. First of all, wow. Second of all, I have. Is there like a rock?
Yes, there's probably plenty of
There
rocks.
is like rock
Yeah.
debris, any number of things to pick up. there.
Amazing. Magrum will cast light on a rock. He'll cast Mage Hand. The Mage Hand will become invisible and hold the rock and lower it down into the hole.
Like a light bulb.
Yes.
Wait, you cast light on it?
I cast light on the stone.
You can cast light?
I am a celest. Fucking. What's
Oh
the
yeah,
word?
yeah, you're
Yeah,
You're an asshole,
he
yeah.
did it on Aurora through the entire mines.
right.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep forgetting because I think when I look at Aurora's artwork, she's holding like a light and like.
I'm thinking that's the drift globe, actually. You know.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Hear me?
Apologies. Yes, I knew that one of you could cast light. I just keep thinking it's Aurora. Absolutely. You can certainly cast a glowing rock and lower it down, and it is a shaft that goes down about 50 feet.
Okay, well, my Mage Hand goes down to 60.
And does the bottom look like natural cavern or like burrowed? Or what we're talking
It looks natural as far as the light that you can see from 50 feet away. It goes straight down. Well, on an angle a little bit. It's not like super sheer. It's more like something sort of burrowed up.
Okay.
So you could technically sort of descend down there without a rope, but climbing back up might be a bit of a tricky one without it.
Let's see.
Didn't I have a
And-
climber's kit or something at the general store?
I mean, I have 50 feet of rope we can use.
What do you think? Should we send Stinky?
Yeah, eat
I
him
mean,
down
we
the
can-
hole.
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
can first like investigate around and see if we can find any other like marks of this monster, and see if we can figure out maybe. I mean, I don't think there are many of giant monsters, but I've heard of some giant worms. Maybe we can figure out what kind of thing it went here.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just like investigate, try to see like how maybe people got attacked, or maybe they even got hit in, and we see something of that, or like footprints of kinds, or like claw marks, these kind of things. I would look around for that before we go down.
Okay, I'm gonna take
Let-
everyone's
let-
order of investigation, or like what they want to do here, and then I'll just do it all at once. So you're gonna look for claw marks, determine creature, and
Kinda see maybe-
nature of the brutality.
Yeah, maybe there's like, it's just like one big blood stain, and it was like one attack and they like exploded almost, or maybe there's actually not that much blood and they were actually taken, or like these kind of things, like
Got it. Okay. For you,
they, like, rock
okay,
dragged
so-
across.
Okay. Okay. Aurora, what would you like to do?
I'm pretty sure I need to go get that climbing kit from the shop.
BRB.
Be right back.
Okay, so Aurora's gonna peace out.
Yeah.
Okay. Magrim,
Hi.
what would you like to do? I'm doing everyone at the same time.
Right. So Aurora went to get climbing gear.
Well, nothing's
Walker
happened
is
yet.
figuring out-
I just want to know what's going through Magrim's brain in terms of what he would like to do. Here.
Oh, dude, a million things and another one.
Oh shit.
For this situation though, I feel like he would just try to see if there's anything useful within the house that they could use to descend, ascend, and see what kind of family lives here. He will also mention to Nissa that he can lower the weasel into the hole using mage hand.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
so
first,
that's his action. He's figuring out the house.
Kark.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna mention to everyone that Gargle said there was someone at the tavern that we could talk to. The barkeep, the mall, also said that he would be willing to give up info if we were interested. Just
there
about
was a
things in general.
drunkard.
So it'd be someone else good to talk to while we were there. While we're here, while I'm actually looking, I'm going to look at the like blood splatter and see if there's any other liquids that look like some of the things we saw in the mine, like that acidic stuff, or just anything that looks mine familiar, mine adjacent.
Minor.
Adjacent. You minor. Adjacent. Okay. And cool. And Nissa. Yeet.
Nisa, before yeeting him down the hole, Nisa will grab Stinky by the scruff and go, "Okay, little guy, I need your help. Get your ass to work."
You don't have to be so rough, what's the merchandise, lady?
It's just It's just that I imagine that you have a keen sense of hearing and smelling.
You're
And
right there, Stinky.
so if you could maybe have a look or a smell around the house, around the blood, and see if maybe you recognize any sort of trace of the magic or the corruption that attacked us in the mine. Maybe some sort of connection or any sort of magical residue or energy or whatever that you can maybe find would be nice. Please.
Just to clarify here, are you asking him to not go down the hole, but to check
Not
out the
yet.
house? Right. Okay.
First, check the house and then we will lower him.
Okay.
But I'm not telling him that yet.
It's an interesting way of saying yeet.
Yeah.
Lower. It's a weird way
Lokar
of
just like
pronouncing
kicks him into
Yeet.
the hole.
He would die before he hits the bottom, so.
You didn't know.
That's ominous.
Go to the store. Okay, so Aurora, you go away, unless you're doing something else.
Bye.
So like, fuck this shit. I'm
Get
out.
climbing kit, come back.
Okay, that's gonna take a few minutes for you to go out and go to the general store. So that'll take about 10 minutes or so to go there and back.
Yeah, it's fine.
And also inquire and purchase. I think it'll takes about 10 minutes. Okay, so Aurora's out for 10 minutes. TikTok. There's a couple of overlaps here with Karik wants to check out the blood. Lokar wants to look for claw marks, but not necessarily blood, just determine the nature of the brutality, like blood splatter. Magrim wants to discover things about the house, and Nissa wants to check out the blood too. So, because Lokar, your investigation is different from Karik and Nissa's, you're going to do yours alone, whereas Karik and Nissa, you could either do it individually or roll with advantage for the blood.
Well, I currently have disadvantage on intelligence checks, so
I can do that. I
am I
have
still able to
yeah.
give advantage since I have disadvantage? does that still work? Or should we just roll separately?
You're kind of
and
like,
see how it goes?
it might be easier to just roll separately here because there's like a bunch of
Alright.
rolls that each of you are going to do. So let's quickly tally this up. So, Lokar, for your claw mark investigation and determining what creature and the nature of this brutality, was it like people just taken, or was there actually murder here? I need you to roll first, well, not first, but in any order you wish, a medicine check and either a survival or nature, your choice.
Alright, I'll do medicine and survival, and I shall start with survival. Can we get guidance for these kind of things?
Aurora's not here.
I can
Well,
guide,
Karik has guidance.
Oh, Karik has guidance. Well,
but I'm also trying to do my own thing and was
Yeah.
going to use it on myself.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're all spreading out and doing your investigation, you're
no, I just, before we say, oh no, well, I'll roll real quick, I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay. Then I will just roll.
Magrim, roll investigation for the house.
Huh?
And
Oh, that's insane. Let's go.
oh, who are you? Karik, roll nature for the blood, and if there's a mine adjacent, is an intelligence check
Yeah.
with disadvantage. Nissa, for checking out the house and blood, it's also a nature.
Say it before I roll. I'm
I-
casting guidance on myself for mine.
No, it's
I
a
think I
medicine
can-
for the blood.
I can roll for the weasel as well.
Right. Well, okay. So, but that's two different things you asked to do. You wanted to check out the house for blood, but you also asked Stinky to trace of magics of corruptions mine adjacent, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Okay, so
we'll,
Nisa does investigation separately.
Nisa will be doing, to check out the blood, it'll be more of a medicine a roll.
Oh, medicine, yeah.
And Stinky, and using his stats,
Mm.
would be doing an arcana.
Okay. So. Oh, shite.
Lokar, you have seen many a bloodbath in your time. The brutality of war ever leaves scars on your memory. And looking around this for like the claw marks. Wait, I'm gonna do the survival first. The claw marks, or is it teeth, or is it just pressure? You first kneel down on the edge of this hole, and take a look about like what could potentially have made this. Was it something that wriggles, or something that burrows, or something that blasts? With your 18 survival, you determine with a reasonable amount of confidence that this was made by creatures with large claws, as opposed to something that squirms. Looking around further to determine the nature of the brutality in this room, you are aware that, in a kind of creepy way, creatures are filled with a lot of blood, and a little bit of blood goes a long way. Your medicine check determines that whilst there has been injury here, there's not enough blood here to determine an absolute spilling of an entire person's blood. However, you also determine that that could be down to a number of different reasons. It could be down to the fact that a person was eaten, perhaps, would cause this amount of blood still remaining as it gushes out of a mouth. It could be because someone was crushed and squirted a little bit of blood before being dragged down the depths, not knowing essentially what's at the bottom of this hole. Or they could have been taken with a wound or two. Magrin, searching around the destroyed house, you find signs of a struggle, obviously.
Yeah.
Looking for anything useful to ascend or descend. You find within one of the back rooms bed sheets that could be tied together. Essentially giving you enough of like a makeshift rope to like fasten on to some of the jagged rocks and descend down. Regarding the family,
Yeah.
on the back wall here. Can I do this? No? Yeah. You can see that there are charcoal drawings made by a child. They seem to be that of a dark room with two eyes peering out of the darkness, and a bed in the foreground. There are other shredded pieces of paper around that potentially be put together for more pictures should you be willing to continue your search for those specific items or pages and put them together. you get the impression that the family that's here is had a lot of garbage, a lot of just stuff that was more like a hoarder's house. Like they didn't throw anything away. So a lot of disused papers, a lot of filthy rags, cardboards and boxes of various natures. Whoever was living here didn't care for cleanliness, for sure. You get the understanding that 2 children lived here and a mother. Karik.
Mm.
You see blood.
Mm-hmm.
You also see Lokar taking a look at, the various things with a furrowed brow on his face. You don't determine whether or not this blood is humanoid or creature, or whether or not it's acidic or not. It seems to be like sprawled. There's too much muck on the ground to determine one way or another. Nissa, is that
Yeah.
that's your role?
Yeah,
For
that's
blood?
a shit roll.
Yeah. You two, you haven't actually seen like scenes of this nature. This is not a normal thing for a young woman from the Warrens to see. I mean, you see filth and grime and poverty and people throwing up in the streets, but seeing a hole in the floor with blood all over the place, this is new to you. You have no real idea in terms of what you should be looking for or how to determine if there was any sort of additional bloods here. It's quite shocking to you.
Yeah, she goes kind of "Whoop." Like I'm gonna be a little sick, I think.
You're already sick.
Yeah, sicker.
Well,
In the blood.
With the information I got from my checks, is there any chance I can make the distinction that I personally think that this is something of a natural creature or a more supernatural creature? Like the size, kind of what I know about the area, if something like this size would be sustainable, or if multiple creatures would be sustainable, or if I heard about anything that might fit the description of what I see here. These kind of things. Can I do something to ascertain that?
To determine what kind of creature could have made this?
Yeah, I mean I don't think he's necessarily super good at remembering all the creatures, but just getting an idea of if this seems like natural or supernatural. Like if this is something, yeah, that if there's something this big of that would be like a normal creature around here, or if that seems more like a strange thing happened here that isn't normal, kind of. Do you get what I mean?
I mean, that kind of feels like a wisdom check.
Sure.
Like an insight.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Now can I guidance him?
I mean, if it depends. If well, this is more of him recalling and ascertaining with his own information. It's not an active check.
And can I maybe, because I succeeded on the checks beforehand, get advantage because I have more knowledge about the scene?
Whilst your previous rolls were good, they will not correlate with the information you're trying to recall right now.
Bargaining.
Really, because I see how they got in and what they kind of use and how they want to kill. But that's fine. Sure. Okay. Well, let's see. Yeah. Well, I assume that.
I mean, you try and recall like creatures that you have seen on the surface amongst the deserts when you're roaming. I think it's safe to say that you may have come across wormholes, like created by like young purple worms, for example,
Yeah.
out within the
Yeah.
wastelands. Um,
Not certain. Yeah.
this one doesn't like look like anything like that. You're to apply some sort of this knowledge. It's like you're trying to go back through your catalog. You know you can take that survival scene like, okay, well, what do you know? What have you seen that could potentially make this sort of hole using its either supernatural or natural uh, um, equipment, shall we say? And nothing really comes to you in terms of that's something that you've seen that could make these sort of large claw marks. I mean, you kind of piece together the fact that, okay, well, as you like put your own hand down where like there's this chunk been torn out of the floor or out of the rock, you can like with a 2 learn that what you have seen, you have no idea. Anything that you could have seen in the past doesn't correlate to this, but you do come to the conclusion that whatever it was, this creature would have had big claws.
Yeah. All right.
And you've never seen anything with big claws.
Yeah, I think he gets up from like having his hand close to the claw mark, and looks at the rest of them, who seems kind of like, I mean, Magrum has got it, but he seems to be focused on different things, and Carrick and Lisa kind of not seemingly getting anywhere. And he kind of recounts of what what he figured out. Alright, seems to be some creature with large claws. Maybe it's eaten the creatures or dragged them away. Either way, it must have burrowed up here with their claws, and I don't think there are many things that can do this that are natural.
Well, the house was inhabited by a woman and 2 children. At least that's what I've been able to get from their belongings. Other than that, they lived poorly and hoarded a bunch of trash. From what I was able to scrape from it are crude child children's drawings that could have a clue. I'll still need some time with that. Also, we could use that, and he gestures to the cloth that he was able to find as a makeshift rope for us to get some extra feet. Other than that, this house holds not many secrets.
Alright, so I suppose we have the drunkens that might or might not have any useful information, and we have the option to let someone down into the shaft. Although I think it'll just probably go down for a while. If this is burrowed, then I don't think there must be anything nearby anytime soon.
I think we should probably gather some more information before we just go in.
I mean, I'm not
willing
sure
to
it's gonna.
just-
Go ahead.
No, I was saying that I'm willing to just toss the little guy into the hole just to see maybe how far. I mean, if the path or the tunnel is burrowed, maybe it turns to one side or the other, because we've seen that it stops, but maybe it goes right or left.
I mean, it goes 50 feet down, so like at an angle, and after that, there probably is like a burrow in the direction. I understand you, Karik. I am not sure what kind of information would change our mind here.
Well,
I
I'm not
feel like-
saying we might change our mind, but we might learn something that would be useful information for us going in
What have
instead
you
of going
learned?
in completely blind.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if he would know some sort of vulnerabilities or something, that would be nice, but seems a bit of a stretch.
I've never had any luck with drunkards giving me anything of value. And I've been a guardsman for 2 years.
Mm.
The barkeep also said he might have information about things.
Also, didn't they say something about a neighbor? Were
Well,
they
he
the
only
drunkards?
heard, things.
Oh, they only heard.
Yeah,
Alright, never mind.
heard screaming and then called
Yes.
people to check.
Never mind
Yeah.
then, okay.
It'll take me a few minutes to get the python secured. But this will help us go down. Have we thrown the rat down there yet?
No, I mean, we can
not-
just. I just have 50 feet of rope, and this goes 50 feet down. I think we could just use that. That would be a little quicker.
Okay, just
Oh.
hold up. Stinky.
Prevent us from falling in the event of disaster. Go down one at a time. No, there it is. Hiding your hair. Noted.
Yeah. Stinky, would you be willing to go down this hole and investigate for us?
Oh, I think I can do that if you are so nice, please.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
I promise I won't grab you again by the scruff of the neck.
well, I think that's a deal then. But here's something a little bit special. If you, like, close your eyes and think of Elf Stinky, maybe you can see through my eyes.
That would be cool. Yeah, let's do that. And I just-
He like wiggles his whiskers as you like sort of hold him like I imagine this is like holding Stinky in front of her with her arms around her around Stinky like just underneath his forearm, so his like lower half is dangling in front of her
Yeah, definitely. Like a noodle.
like a noodle, exactly.
Absolutely.
Uh,
The only way to hold an animal.
Uh-huh.
and you sort of like you place Stinky on the ground, and like I said, it's a steep slope, but it's not like sheer, and there's like rocks like carved out, so there's like for a creature as small as Stinky. Let's bring Stinky out.
Magrum will cast Mage Hand and use that to lower Stinky down.
Oh, okay, like Stinky repelling, abseiling.
Yes.
Cool.
A lift, if you will.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell everybody as Stinky is descending. I'm gonna just tell everybody. Okay. Let me just sit comfortably, sit down like here, a little ways away from the edge, because apparently he said that I'm gonna be able to see what he sees. So I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, that's part of the Find Familiar spell.
Oh wow, I've never had a familiar, so this is all very new to me.
Ah, well, quite useful.
Okay.
Alright. Animals now do magic.
And the demonic weasel is lowered down by a magical hand. Yay, D&D. You close your eyes sitting on the ground, and by you doing this, you see darkness to begin with, but well, not necessarily darkness. I believe that they have dark sight, dark vision.
Do they?
I mean,
mean,
we have
the-
the rock
the-
that has light and
Yeah, the rock is still there.
Oh, right. Oh, the rock is there. Perfect.
All right, yeah.
Okay, so at the bottom is like as you look through Stinky's eyes, and he's looking down to focus on this rock. You're gonna see something here. This
Oh.
is just for you.
yes,
Oh,
for
man.
you.
Oh, okay. Wait, it's still loading.
Okay, guys, while we're waiting
Oh.
for that. Oh god, this one sucks. Okay. So I downloaded the soundtrack to Titanic.
Oh no.
It's stinking now.
Uh,
Okay.
uh,
Oh god.
so Nissa,
Okay. Yeah, got it.
you are blind and deaf whilst looking through Stinky's eyes. But you can speak.
If you
Okay.
can tell us what you see.
All right. So I see a dark tunnel, and I can't see the end of it. It is circular. It's full of debris, like collapsed rocks and stuff. But it also seems to have like some sort of marks. There are like pointy rocks. I don't know how to describe them. Like something has definitely tunneled through or drilled almost. Can I try to discern what these kind of spikes on top come from?
You can look at them and they look natural. They look like large claws have torn through the rock. So the shards are
So claw
basically,
marks.
yeah, the claws have like pulled through the rock,
Mm-hmm.
leaving
well,
sort of
I
jagged,
say that.
sharp ridges. Yeah.
Yeah, I tell them that there are very sharp rocks that seem to be the product of just claws, very big claws tearing through them apparently. But I can't see anything else. Like further down, it's just a dark tunnel full of rocks and debris. Can I? Well, no, I can't hear anything, can I?
Yeah, you
In the
have to
tunnel?
go back out of your familiar too. Yes,
Yeah.
but you can go back in and out as much as you want. So
Yeah.
But I mean, as Stinky,
Yeah,
I
you have
can.
his senses. You see
I
and
have the
hear and,
senses.
and smell through him.
So can I hear anything down in the tunnel
oh yeah, for sure.
as
Oh yeah.
Stinky?
Yeah, because like you're deaf because the sounds are from your familiar. Um, you roll a perception check for Stinko.
Hmm.
His perception's a +3.
Oh wait.
He's more perceptive than you.
So that would be 14.
You can hear in the distance a like very faint as a Stinky sort of dangles there being held by this mage hand. Um, a minor like scratching.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like an echo, like it's an echo coming down the tunnel. You can Stinky looks up to give you like when you're looking down, or other people looking down to see Stinky at the bottom, to gain some sort of direction about which direction this tunnel is going. And you ascertain it's northwest.
West. So yeah, this tunnel apparently goes northwest. I don't know how far, and I can hear a faint scratching noise echoing down the tunnel. Does it sound like something we have heard before, maybe?
It's like a generic sort of scratching sound. It's you probably heard scratching before, but it's nothing like distinctive.
It's northwest to like which direction is it? Towards like the mayor house, towards like the wall and the building, or towards like from the like looking if we were to walk above the tunnel, basically is what I'm saying.
If you were to go outside the house, you mean?
Yeah. What does northwest
Towards the wall.
mean? Okay, towards the wall. Yep. All right.
Towards the big structure, like
Yep. Mm-hmm.
at the end.
Oh, that place. Okay.
Yep.
I was like, wall. There's walls everywhere.
He makes the yeah. You can see like Lokar kind of like seeing like the direction that Dinky's pointing and going like outside to double check, and he comes back in. All right. I mean, we don't know how far down this tunnel goes, but at the current direction it came from this building I saw. This different building, ancient building that was past these walls.
Right. I love learning secrets. They always come with surprises.
That's
I'm
the whole
gonna
thing of secrets.
I'm gonna have maybe Stinky go back up because I don't want to risk sending him down the tunnel.
Let's leave him down there. We're going.
Look over to Karik.
Oi,
We're not gonna learn anything else by standing up here. So, are we going? As far as I'm aware, there's a beast that can apparently dig through a house with bedrock, and it needs to die.
And it's heading towards the structure that Lokar saw just a minute ago. So there must be something.
Or it might
there.
also came from there.
That's what I
Or
was
Or
about to
both.
say.
Find its
Maybe
lair,
they're,
burn it in its
maybe they're
home.
gathering there.
Any indication if there's more than one?
Could be. I mean, it's a giant hole. So if it's something natural, it's more likely to be more than one thing. If it's something unnatural, then I mean, it's anybody's game.
Well,
I mean, I'm not
let's
sure.
start
but
going down.
Yeah, it's definitely more than one, I would say, because this level of massacre couldn't
Right.
maybe.
Well,
that's you say
it's,
that.
You'd
We
be
should-
surprised how much blood can fit in a single person.
that is okay. We should tell the guards that we are descending, so that
Yes.
you know.
I'll just fasten the rope, and you guys can tell them.
Okay.
Hey guys, we're going down.
Stick your head out, and Gargoyle's like, so you're accepting to work for the Sorrows for a bit. That is great news. I'm sure Chandel will be most pleased, and I'm sure it will give him a little bit of respite despite what he's going through. He pokes his head in and like sort of shudders a little bit and says, "You're sure you're just gonna go down?"
There's a monster to slay.
Oh,
I'm
a
going
monster?
to slay.
There's a monster?
Well, I mean,
Probably.
I mean, this hole is quite big. I'm sure that a monster bigger than your mother made it, so we're going down in it.
Oh my god,
Just
Magrim.
guard the door. We'll get back. And Mag,
You're so
please.
savage.
Stop.
I mean,
No.
he's right. The hole is bigger than my mother, but
Oh,
I
shit.
mean,
That's impressive.
it's just. Oh, if you think you can
Well,
handle it.
we're working. Please, let us handle it. Tell the mayor we're working. Thank you. Good day, sir.
Yeah, it's just
Said
if you
good day.
take if we take a very, very long time to come out, just maybe try to fetch us. Or what remains of us.
No, I don't think he will do that. I'm sorry, Nisa.
Yeah, if you
Aw.
don't come out but something else comes out, uh, we're gonna just like burn this whole shack to the ground.
You don't need to
Well,
burn the shack, you need to burn the tunnel.
I'm not sure you can burn.
That
the
probably
tunnel.
won't solve your problem. Okay.
Get enough oil.
I don't
We'll
think they have oil.
do some sort of cave in if it's not you guys.
Yep, that cave-in might be something you can attempt, but it probably won't help. But you got it
But like,
if you fail. I'm sure we don't need to think about that right now.
but if it's something that could come out, you're saying a monster came out of that hole. What's stopping it coming out again?
Me
I don't know.
killing it.
Us.
Hopefully, us.
Right, but like, since you brought it up, let's hypothetically say it's not you that are coming out. Like, what's to stop us? Or what can I do, or we do, to prevent that monster coming up out again? Like, even if I was to cave that tunnel in, there's a tunnel. Even if I
I
was to do
mean-
that, he could just make another tunnel.
Hypothetically, shouldn't you have already had a plan for that since you were guarding the door?
I mean,
Gargoyle, be brave and grab a sharp, pointy stick
Well,
and
something
stab it.
I would attempt is usually if something is burrowing, that usually they're only used to darkness and not light. So anything that is light might blind it or scare it, depending on what kind of type of creature it is. I mean, it could be
Are we
something
going?
natural at least.
Let's start to get going, please.
Yep.
Yeah.
So get some light. That might help.
You
Right.
later, alligator. And I close the door.
The last look that you see on Gargle's face due to your impatience is his worry for you, and whether he looks to Fargle and he says, "These guys are freaking insane," and you close the door. Like, sure, big hole. Let's jump into it. Go.
Yeah. With the climbing gear, it's a safe descent if we take extra time to make the python as we go down.
Yeah, I mean, from what he said, like it is not like a straight down, so I think it's generally
Yeah.
not that difficult. Just getting up might be something that can't be done necessarily super fast.
Right. It's they're big like chunks of rock carved out, easy enough for you're able to grab it, but ascension will be a lot slower.
Yeah,
than
I've found something to attach a rope to,
Yeah.
Cool.
and we have like pythons, I guess in theory also. if we
You
take
can
it to
certainly
that.
make it down there one at a time pretty safely.
Not good
And
first.
the glowing rock that remains down there gives you that same view that Stinky saw.
Oh boy.
Wow, it reminds me of something.
I don't want to know what it reminds you of.
No, it's have you played Darkest Dungeon?
I have.
Which direction? Hear anything? Look at the rat. Did you hear anything?
The rat gives you some sass by whilst wrapped around Nissa's neck, perches its little chin on one of its tiny pink claws and stares at you and blinks a couple of times. The fact that you're at the bottom of a steeply descending ramp, more or less. There's only one tunnel. You were at the end of it, and the tunnel extends in front of you.
Yeah. I think the other
This
side
way
is-
we go then.
That is
Yep.
the way.
only
Yes, we
way.
have the rock that gives us light.
I have a drift globe,
Um,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we think about just in case? I mean, if it is something natural, maybe we want to light a torch because fire might be scary to whatever creature could be if it's natural.
I mean, you can light it when we see it, right?
I guess it takes time. I guess the torch usually holds for a while. So I think Lokar's gonna light a torch here, and we have enough torches. Because he wants the ability to throw some fire at this thing.
Okay.
And yeah, he'll be at the front.
Torches last
And
an
he'll
hour?
just yeah.
Mhm.
I think.
I can also just do. It probably isn't as bright, but I could do produce flame and just kind of hold
You
a
can
ball
hold.
of fire in my hand as a
You-
torch.
You can indeed.
Oh, well, we can do that
It
too.
says it's only 10 foot, so it's probably not as bright as a torch, but it is still some light. And in an
The
emergency, I can still throw it.
the tunnel is tall enough for most people to, walk with just a minor of a stoop. Lokar, being you're so tall, this is needing you to bend over a little more, like you're doing like a Japanese bow.
Yeah. Oh boy, it's annoying. Yeah.
Your uh, lower back will thank you for it, but this tunnel welcomes you as you enter into it with torch, light, drift globe, what have you. And you descend into the darkness. Each step is tricky and slow going given the amount of debris that's on the ground. The light does offer you advantages of crossing over this rubble, but loose stones and flooring in this tunnel isn't like a simple walk through the street. Furthermore, on occasion, since this is not taking an instantaneous amount of time, in fact, it's taking you about half an hour of wandering slowly deeper and deeper into this tunnel. The scratching that Nissa mentioned occurs infrequently and not at rhythmic times. Almost randomly. The smell is acrid and with mineral, but there is this sort of acidic stench that seems to permeate very subtly off the walls, but as you descend into the tunnels you are surrounded by this smell that eventually starts to curl your nose up as not a pleasant acidic smell.
Is the smell similar to the mines?
Yeah,
Like
what I was
the
gonna say.
lower
mines?
levels of the mines had kind of a weird smell to them? Or am I misremembering that?
The mines had a relatively fresh smell, mineral, but later in the lower ones there was the moss cavern, which was kind of sweet smelling, and then lower was more of a decay, rotting smell. This is more
Gotcha.
like acrid, like very acidic mineral smell. And each footstep is slightly stumbly, and on occasion the rocks from this naturally formed tunnel, this burrowing, crumble, and rocks hit your heads and on your shoulders as you make your way through this long tunnel. Like I said, about a half an hour in, and the tunnel extends both ways, in front of you and behind you. Does anyone want to say anything as you go through, or is it silence?
Might be connected to whatever ancient shit is going on in this structure. Need to be careful. You can see it probably looks very annoying for Lockhart. You know, have to bend forward and then also kind of go over rubble.
Yeah, it's really
Is
awkward.
It is really annoying and awkward, and you probably kind of like push the top of the cabin wall.
Roll for bump.
Yeah.
On several occasions as you're walking through here, you would have hit your head. No real damage. I mean, you're kind of
Yeah.
hardened anyway, but it's very unpleasant a journey for you. Nevertheless, if there's nothing to be said, the light from the drift globe and the held flame at least holds true until about 40 minutes in, when you start to hear clicking noises in the distance, echoing off the tunnels, almost like a megaphone as it comes closer to you, and it's like a chittering.
Well, wait, let's stop. Maybe they'll just pass us by if we don't move.
We're here to kill it, Mag, not pass it by.
Well, we can fucking surprise it if it doesn't see us.
Yeah, you can see like Lockhart putting like the finger in his mouth to be silent and gets into his more sneaking pose, kind of
Sneaky
trying to
pose?
get to the side. Yup. I mean, he's already hunched, so it
Hmm.
is not that, it's already very difficult to walk. So going into more of a sneaky wing doesn't change really much for him. Like he just has to bow down a little bit on his knees.
The noise is in the distance, but whether or not it's coming towards you is unknown at this time.
Yeah, he would just like start stealthing forward instead of just walking normally.
Okay.
I know he has, torch and light and whatever, but like,
Yeah, torch and light.
Yeah, Nisa.
we don't even know
shows-
this thing can see even. Like,
You
so-
don't even know what it is. I mean, as far as
Yeah.
all you
so
heard
stealthing
is
still
there's-
might be useful.
You can certainly stealth. Roll stealth.
Right.
Nisa will
so
do
You want
that
that
as
from
well.
all of us, or
If you want to stealth, I mean, it depends on you all hear the. It's up to you what you do.
As soon as she hears it, Nisa steps away from the like circle of light of the torch
Mhm.
and kind of tries to blend in with the shadows and go, no, fuck, shit.
Aurora's at the back as far as I read, but
mm-hmm.
No,
she's
but
the one
maybe
holding the
try
light.
to shift.
There's
put
space
my-
enough to walk beside you. That's like 10 foot wide, 10 foot high, more or less.
Maybe to one of the sides, or staying close to the walls.
I put out my flame also.
Okay. With the light that you have, it is very clear, just like this tunnel. It hasn't really changed in deviation or size or shape. With there's some lower ceilings here and there, but there's nowhere to run to. There's nowhere to hide. You are in this tunnel, for better or worse. You chase down this dark tunnel, not knowing what you're coming up against. But that chittering noise stops. And then, a few moments later, a more deeper chittering. Then, almost as if a response.
This is a language.
Bugs shouldn't be allowed to have a language.
Oh wait, can I cast speak with animals on myself and see if I can understand what they're saying?
That is.
If they're animals.
1 second, I need to check if they are.
I wanted to cast comprehend languages, but that's even baller.
It is not like animal speak. You can certainly cast it. Well, you cast on it, and then you learn. So your spell slot is gone.
Well, you can cast it.
Oh,
I'll just-
I can cast it at
Oh,
will.
okay. Fine, Mr. Warlock. Or Miss Warlock. You cast speak with animals, but you still hear the.
Ugh. I can't understand what they're saying.
Can I, I've seen the distance to the wall, and roughly an idea to the distance to the structure. Since we walked for half an hour, we probably are like definitely past that wall if we walk straight, right?
I mean, you've never walked to the wall, but
If I can see it in the distance,
yeah.
I'm not
You
saying
could,
I want to know exactly if I'm
you
like below
could,
the wall or not.
yeah.
I'm just saying if I'm
You're.
past the wall or not.
Yeah,
Like
what's your intelligence score?
a 10, a good 10.
A good
good
average
10.
10. A good
Yep.
solid 10.
That's every person I can judge a distance roughly from looking at it.
There's a possibility that you could be there, yeah.
Okay. But it's not like super likely. It's not like we walked so long that we're like certainly past the wall. It's just like
I mean, from like a general guess, based off of how far you went, but you're slow going,
yeah.
you could be beyond the wall, or you could be further.
Okay.
Lokar's going to end up with the keen mind feat, isn't he?
Yep.
Like you're not quite sure.
The average
one way or
10.
another.
Okay.
You assume. I mean, based off of the fact that you knew the direction you were going, and the fact that you've
Yeah.
gone as far as you have, and the pain in your lower back from stooping over, you can an average person would assume that going in that direction, you may already be past the wall. Yeah.
All right. Okay. There. Let's keep going. Right. Seems to be a lot down here, though.
I'm still,
Maybe we
I'm
should
still- Mhm.
be smart about it. So try to prevent them from making signals. I don't know if any of you wizards can do anything about it, but it would be best if they don't get warnings out. And if they do, let's not stay here and fight everything at once. Alright? And if we have to, let's try to make sure that they can't use their numbers advantage.
They can burrow at us from all sides. I feel like we'll see what we are up against first, and then make a judgment call.
Remind me of the light distance for the globe. Is it 2020?
Don't check.
Well, dude, it's 2024.
Was it 10?
Globe is a bit
Just
strong.
yeah, it's just the light cantrip 2020.
2020, okay, cool. Do you stealth forward, or do you wait?
I'll be as far back as necessary until I like barely see Nisa or whatever. So I'll probably be like 20 to 40 feet back.
Mm-hmm. I suppose this is more of Lokar. Like, what do you...
Yeah, I mean, if the light moves away from me, then I'll have to wait for the time being, right?
Are you holding a
I can
torch in
cast
front of you?
Yeah, okay, sure. Let's
Unless
set the
you said
torch.
you're not doing that.
I mean, if you stuff the torch, I'll be closer. But
Yeah, I think we can look we can look right now pretty far down the tunnel, right?
No, you can
torch to
see
give
40
us-
feet maximum. But it goes 20 bright and 20 dim.
And then the dark vision people can view 60, right?
Well, they are behind you, so
Sure, like 5 feet behind me or something. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I can put the light on a rock and then put it on a mage hand and extend it 60 feet in front of you.
you could do.
Sure.
It's just like a spark of light.
Yeah.
It's a question of what you want to do, guys.
Yeah, I'm just trying to. Okay, so we see 60 feet above forward. I think these sounds seemed like somewhat close, right?
So
No,
distant.
distant, echo.
Is it this? I think I'll keep moving for definitely a bit, until I hear the sounds again, and maybe when I hit the sounds again, first action will be like put out a torch.
Okay. You stealth along behind Lokar as best as you can. Karik occasionally kicking over rocks here and there with his wider than usual feet, with his turtle feet. And you look back, Lokar, every now and again with a disparaging look to say, you know, how hard can it be to just like walk quietly? You
Try carrying this on your back all the time.
Anyway, it comes a point where the light sort of goes beyond the exit of the tunnel. It spills out left and right into a more open cavern. And as the light spills out, you have crept up, let's say, another 5 minutes worth of sneakiness. And each time the has happened, you have paused and waited and listened until it stops again. And once again, you resume your sneaky stealth with your own stealthy theme music. And you come to the end of the tunnel. The tunnel seems to breach out into a larger cavern. The rock is clearly no longer carved away by large claws, but more this is the natural start of wherever. Show me the mini dungeon.
Well, fuck up.
Hmm.
Well, the structure, I assume.
It's a very large black page that we're in a weird corner of.
Oh, I found him.
Can't you see?
Yep, I found him. Yep,
I
now I
can
see.
I can see us in the corner. I zoomed out and was like,
Yeah, I
it's a big
luckily
area.
actually have the camera in the perfect spot.
Okay. I need to figure out how am I gonna do this for the stream here, because it's just a black situation. What if I get a little token? Wait, how do I do this?
Just do it as one of our visions.
Yeah.
You make sure that we don't see
But I don't
it.
know how to do that on player view, because I can't.
I mean, we won't check the stream. If you want to, we can just, stay on our side and you can just show everything.
Pinky
Uh.
promise.
Pinky promise swear? Don't believe you. I'll zoom in. Maybe this works. Start stream.
I wouldn't know. I'm not watching it.
Yep, same.
I have it pulled up just so I can try to help.
I have it open in a separate tab just to collect points.
Very
Yep.
nice.
Oh,
I'm seeing black too. 1 second. How do I change the source here?
How many seconds you want?
Have you double checked and scrolled up to the corner that we're actually in to make sure?
There we go.
Because when I first got in there, I was zoomed in and I couldn't see anything either.
It's all good.
Eh.
The cavern extends about 40 feet in front of you, and you all sort of like peer out, or at least Lokar peers out first. And the natural rock formation seems to be that of like a cavern that has been made by limestone and rock and formations, natural formations, and not carved. And peering out, all sneaky, stealthily, you look left and right, holding this light. And all of a sudden you hear a much louder, but echoing still, coming from the left of you as you exit, as the tunnel exits.
Yeah. We still have to drift. I guess. Does it seem, I don't know, agitated? Does it seem agitated?
The sounds?
Yes. You know, there's definitely, like, we've heard it like a bunch now. Which I would assume to be not agitated, and in this moment, does it seem like there was like a bunch of like noises, or maybe like more agitated, if you understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Make an insight check.
Oh yeah, of course, always. Rolled 5.
The clickings are difficult to ascertain whether or not there's an emotion behind them, if it's frustrations or if there's agitations. From like a natural perspective, you've not really heard these sort of clickings to ascertain one way or another if this is like an angry tone or if it's
Right. I'll point in that direction, hearing it, and I'll like count down, and then I'll like rush in that direction, I think.
Okay.
Yep.
You bring up like 3 fingers, you count down to 2, you count to 1, and you make a dash to the left, right?
Yep.
We'll leave this
And I hope like everyone kind of like follows the idea.
What? Okay.
Oh no!
That's the session. We took too long to get through the kennel.
Shopping episode.
Shopping episode. We will
Oh my god.
find out next episode. What are you fighting? What are you getting yourselves into?
I want to know.
You wanna know? Time is a problem.
Yeah, rude not showing us before.
Yeah, it is actually kind of rude not showing us what the clicky is.
Well, now you just have to
Wait a week.
wait a week and then
Or-
news about
or-
it.
Guys. Okay, I'm willing to do some chaotic good here. I am
Chaotic
willing
good.
to DDoS Theron.
Mhm.
What is that gonna do?
Yeah, what is
Chaotic
that?
good. I will know what we'll be fighting.
Okay. So you've swayed me here. We'll put you back into so you can see what it is. Don't hate me.
All it took was a threat.
see, that's how we gotta do it.
Damn, the threat of DDoS. Okay, local, we'll see.
Well, right now we have still these front screen, I think.
There.
Yeah, we're still on the main screen.
Oh,
Yeah,
oops.
we're on the home screen.
go to the
There you
go
go.
to stream.
I think we
Oh.
should just wait.
It looks the same.
Oh, hello there.
Take a screenshot.
Look at that.
Move back over here.
That seems doable. I was afraid of worse. So, you know,
I don't
not
want to
15,000.
talk about that next week.
so that's good.